Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of Dungeons and Dragons. Hello, everyone, and Roush 1 here, your Dungeon Master for this evening, and thanks for joining us here at Bad Rolls Good Times. Let us introduce the players. We have Akuma, the Tiefling Sorcerer.
How's it going tonight, Nick?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Next to Akuma, we have Zymot, the Human Fighter.
Hello, everyone. Looking forward to another day of adventuring.
Yes, me too. Then finally, not finally, then we have Gigroth, the Goliath Barbarian. Flexing as always.
I gotta get me some hand axes.
And then finally, last but certainly not least, we have Cyrus, the Elf Bard. You might be muted.
Sorry about that. I was muted. Thanks for saying something. Hello, everyone. That's my stellar introduction tonight.
Cyrus, who is just recently off of exhaustion, finally able to take a long rest and rid himself of one of his 2 levels of exhaustion. It's about damn time.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. Okay. So if you missed last week, of course you can check it out on our YouTube channel or the Twitch VODs. You can see the full broadcast there. It was a really, really fun session. Let's see. You guys got to hang out with Ronaldo at the inn in East Haven and participate in a seance where you summoned the ghost of the White Lady and learned a fair amount of information from her. You also, let's see, what else happened? That was a bulk of it, right? I guess that was towards the tail end.
There was some, not torture. It's not the right interrogation. There was some interrogation.
Interrogation. That's a better way of describing it.
Interrogation.
Of a person named Rardar Marsk. Who is connected with the Zentarum somehow. Usually just feeding them information, but found that out because they also participated in the seance. What else was there? I can't think of anything else major that happened last week. Am I missing anything?
We have a miniature Dwargar as a pet now.
Oh, yes. You came across... That's right. You came across... what's his name? Durth. Yeah.
Darf.
Darf? His name's Darf?
Yeah.
His name is...
Darf.
That's such a dumb name.
You found Durth, who happened to be the son of Zardarok, who is building a Chardalyn dragon in the mountains. You're able to get that information out of them. And in an attempt to escape, Durth used his shrink superpower, his shrink ability, tried to escape and was unable to. Thanks to the plethora of opportunity attacks and sentinels that Tomax gave you guys. And so now you basically have him kept in your room as a pet. I think that just about recaps everything that happened last week. It is now the next morning. You are fresh off of a long rest. And Cyrus, I need you to roll me a d6, please.
Oh, we're getting started early today.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it.
4.
Okay. All right, it's next morning at the White Lady Inn. What would you guys like to do?
So, I believe we must confirm the trustworthiness of our militia leader to thus hold our newfound friend from last night for the time being until we can surmise exactly how involved he is. And then, Akuma, I know it puts you in danger, but we have done it before. Do you think you got a good look at him enough to potentially disguise yourself as him when you go to Targa?
I think I could probably, pass him off. I mean, we still gotta go get him to turn him back in, so we'll see him one more time, right?
Very true. Well, we could potentially keep ourselves out of it and just allow the militia leader to go get him. It is up to you. But
Well,
how
if
do
the
you get?
militia leader goes, we can't send the militia leader because there's got to be moles with the Zent in the militia, so like they would know that she's going for one of their contacts. So
Fair
they
enough.
probably
Fair
keep
enough.
it in-house.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good point. And then I think we should go and earn some good favor with East Haven and save those potentially lost fishermen. And should we find some buried treasure, if you will, and finders keepers. What say you, Gigaroth?
I say, on to adventure.
So, how about Cyrus? Would you care to do a little bit of how you say espionage to or inquiry to verify on whether we can trust said militia leader or not?
Sure. But what would you have in mind? A little B&E, something like that?
It seems to be the most accurate. I'm not the most familiar, but it seems like a good way to make things happen.
Well, yeah, I think that's something I can do. So, yeah, we'll just have to find a good time where she's not available at her room or whatever, and then maybe you can slip in and find some information, see if she's connected to the Xantarum, because at this point it seems like anybody in 10 towns could be.
Gigaroth, you seem to be the bit of the ladies' man. Should you desire to potentially distract the militia leader?
Yeah, Gigroth can put on his charms for the little lady.
Okay. All right. So where are you going to go first? You're going to seek out the militia leader?
I
Or-
believe so.
Okay.
That's first on our to-do list.
And so currently you are, let me bring up the East Haven map here for everyone to see. There we are. So currently you are at the White Lady Inn. Is there any business you'd like to take with here, or people you'd like to talk to here? What's your plan? Because currently you do not know where the militia
like
leader
to-
would be, or
I like to go hire Ronaldo.
okay. Okay.
So Simon's gonna go downstairs and
Alright.
attempt to find Ronaldo doing his usual thing. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, you walk downstairs and you can see it's pretty empty. It's fairly early in the morning, but there are 3 people of note. There's Bardaban behind the counter, who is kind of like wiping things down, getting things ready to open. There is you can see Ronaldo up on the stage, playing with his fiddle, tuning things up, trying to kind of sitting there getting ready. And then there is a portly man who has a big old basket of bread in the inn, talking with Bardaban.
And Barterban was the bartender.
Yeah,
correct?
Bardaban is the bartender.
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to disturb you, but I'm looking for Ronaldo.
You say this to Bardaban?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's right up on stage. He's over there. Yeah, you can go ahead and talk to him. How'd you sleep?
As peaceful as possible. Thank you so much. The accommodations were quite helpful. I appreciate that.
Oh, excellent.
It was the best night I've had all week.
I don't doubt
yeah.
that you were looking pretty ragged there.
Yeah, not nearly as bad anymore.
Yeah. So I will do the usual, go up to stage and signal whenever he's done doing his little tune to that I'd like to speak with him.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually not even playing. He's just like tuning his instrument and kind of setting things up on the stage how he likes to it. Yeah, he's not even performing right now.
Oh, perfect. Ronaldo.
Oh,
may I interrupt you,
hello,
friend?
Weimar, right?
Yes, that is correct. You have a fantastic memory.
Oh,
It's
thank
almost
you.
how you can remember all these songs.
Yes, I do my best.
So, Ronaldo, it seems my friends and I, we are new to the 10 towns, and so we seem to be in a bit of a disadvantage not knowing the surrounding area. And after the
Arthur?
great performance last night with the seance, I was wondering if maybe you were potentially looking for some extra work on the side, get out a little bit more.
Oh well, I'm pretty comfortable here at the inn performing every single night, and you know people really seem to like my song. But I mean, what did you have in mind? I'll be certainly happy to help any way that I can.
So I would like to sidle up next to Zyma and be kind of sort of assisting him in sort of this recruitment, and be like, well, as much as I love your performance, I will say the more you get out there and try to experience some of the world, we're an adventuring group. We fight all kinds of monsters, you know,
Wow.
Dwergar. We fight like have you ever seen a Veerbeeg?
I've heard super stories about them before, but I've never seen one in person.
Yeah, well, we fought 2 of them.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Just imagine all the inspiration you could have.
I mean, I gotta
if
be
you
real
tag
honest.
along.
If I came up to one of them, I'd be scared shitless.
You and me both, bud. That's why I climbed up a tree. I let them do the dirty work. I kind of like whisper that to them, sort of like just between you and me. I let them do all the dirty work. But if you'd like to, if you'd like to get some inspiration for your music, your
I mean
performance.
that sounds real nice, but I just don't know how I'd be able to be of service to you.
Your music is just so inspiring. I believe I could protect people like Cyrus here so much more efficiently should I have you backing me up through your melody of perfection.
Well, give me a either Cyrus or Zymot or both of you.
Cyrus.
Give me a give me a persuasion check. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
And you can have advantage on this roll. Either both of you can make it, or one of you can make it with advantage, whichever you would prefer.
I'll go ahead and make my first one here. That is a 16
Okay.
and a 15.
Okay. I mean this sounds great. You sure that you can protect me while I'm, writing down maybe new songs and ideas?
Without
Cyrus
the
for like a
egg dog,
second doesn't. Sorry, just quick.
No, okay.
Cyrus for a second, he loses his kind of like that veneer, like the salesman face and everything. He kind of loses it for like a split second, where like it kind of like wavers, and he's like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Well, I guess you can count me in then.
Yes, and I'll give him a slightly too hard pat on the back of like, yes, this is fantastic. Our group has gotten so much richer, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, thanks to your inclusion.
Yeah, finally we have a bard.
A bard to do bard things. So Ronaldo says, well, I gotta get some affairs in order. If you don't mind, let me I'll go pack my things and I'll be right back down.
But of course, you can meet me up in room 2.
And I've got to check with Bardaban too. See if he's okay with me taking a few days off of performing here. And you hear from behind the bar Bardaban, who's kind of like been eavesdropping on this conversation because there's nothing else going on. Bardaban's, yeah, go. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yep, don't worry, we'll get it covered. You take as long as you need. Take as long as you need, Ronaldo. Everything will be okay.
He's like packing a suitcase for him.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Bursts up there.
Yeah,
and he's
here.
like,
Let me get you some food. Let me get you some rations. Go. Oh yeah.
Man, I don't know what we're ever gonna possibly do without you. This is crazy. Here
Exactly.
you go.
Exactly.
wow,
Bardaban's
look at
just
all
like,
these. Look at all these rations.
Bardaban's just like, get the fuck out of my inn. I am sick of your songs. Come back with some new material.
Like, I will pay you to leave.
What a sweet deal.
All right. So as he tallies off to go pack his stuff, I'll swing back to Bartabin and be like, I forgive me. I know I must annoy the heck out of you, but we are looking for. Let me finally remember her name. We have so many names on here. One of these is bound to be her. Militia.
Captain Arlagath.
Yep. Oh wow, I didn't write that at all. I wrote Endra for some reason.
Imdra is her first name.
Oh, okay, got you. Arlagath, you said?
Arlagath, yes. Imdra Arlagath.
Arlagath. All right, cool. Forgive me. Where can we find Captain Arlagath in town at this time of day?
No, normally you can find Arlagath over at the town hall, with the speaker.
Ah, yes, excellent. That is fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No, thank you for getting Ronaldo out of here. You have no idea how sick of his songs I am.
Well, maybe we can negotiate some form of a discount should we require a longer lodging here.
Well, he says you've saved me a trouble. You know what? I tell you what. Your next stay is on the house.
Oh, that is extremely generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. So Cyrus, we have a bit of a problem. I was thinking that it would be perfect for you to go speak with the other seeker and occupy the captain, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of you attempting to find out what you can from her residence. So, what do you propose, my friend?
Perhaps, although normally I'm the best suited for a little breaking and entering or that kind of sleazy shenanigans, perhaps one of you guys should be the one to go and like break in.
Zyma will start to like caress his beard, and you can hear all the cangling from the chainmail. He'll be like, "This
Clink,
might
clink,
not be
clink,
a
clink,
job
clink,
for me per se." And Tomax looks at me like, "You got that right, bro." And so Akuma, potentially.
Gigoff is just gonna shout out, not it.
I mean, you could disguise self, right?
Oh, if
Yes,
that's not a legit B&E, like just that, okay.
Yeah, I mean, not yeah. Like
You just disguise self as the Captain Arlagath and then just walk right in or that type of thing.
So you're
Or
gonna go.
maybe
You want to go in as Captain Arlagath, and you want to like Spider-Man point at each other, sort of thing. Like what?
so. I just had an idea. and
no,
I'm
like
not-
he goes into her room like as her, you know what I mean, while she's at the town hall, and then Cyrus, since he's speaker to speaker, can go talk to the speaker and the militia leader.
Okay.
All right, what were you gonna say, Cyrus?
I've had a couple of ideas since then, and what if you had me go break in, but you had Akuma disguise self as Cyrus to go speak with the speaker and the militia leader while I go break into her apartment or her house or whatever.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Cyrus or Akuma's been absolutely in the up and up lately. Not an issue at all. Sounds like a plan to me.
Oh man.
What is there something wrong with Akuma? Have I not noticed?
No, not at all. He's super chill. He's actually not affected by the cold or anything. Super stand-up guy. I like him. He's a good
I just
friend of
assumed
mine.
that was like the tiefling fire, something like they have like that natural heat that they're good in the cold or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Akuma.
Only
Let's go
mildly
with that.
racist.
What are
Let's
you,
go
like,
with that.
mad? You got diamonds that need cut or something, and I'm not, like, doing it for you? I mean, follow.
No, I'm agreeing. I think it's a great plan.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, sweet. So Akuma, you are going to disguise self as Cyrus and go have a speaker conversation with the speaker and Argath to keep them occupied. While real Cyrus, breaks into her room to find out she's on the up and up and not Zemtaram. And then when you can message me, you can message Cyrus to give you the thumbs up, to message me to say we're good to go, and then Gigroth and I will go grab old boy from the seance to turn him into her. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Are you sure, Cyrus? You got a look on you.
Do we know where Radar is?
Oh yeah, we sent them home, but we don't know where home is. Ooh, Ronaldo knows. Ronaldo knows.
What?
We're
where
good. We got.
where Rardar lives, and
Yeah.
where the where the militia leader lives, like their actual houses.
Yeah, wouldn't he know that? I mean, East Haven is it one of the bigger places? One
Yeah,
of the bigger
yeah,
towns?
East Haven's one of the bigger places. 750 people.
All right. So we'll find out what we need to find out about them, and then we can go save the people, and hopefully at some point in one of the taverns. Oh well, shoot, yeah. Actually,
What if
wait.
what if we kind of maybe we don't we kind of scrap this plan or put it at least on the back burner for a moment and kind of
Mhm.
like go just have a conversation with the militia leader, and then at some point while we're talking with her, like maybe one of us tails her home, like I tail her home, and then we know at least where she lives.
Because you still can't read minds, right, Akuma?
Nope.
Okay.
But why not? Why not? Because I believe we have Sebastian now, don't we? Why don't we have Sebastian follow her, and then have us report back to when she actually gets her home? That way. we
Oh,
can
so
kinda
like
focus.
have well,
Go
how would
ahead.
Sebastian get back to us?
Well, I mean, I would be like I would tell Sebastian from far away because I could be sense. I can see and hear what he sees, and then he just comes back to me. That way, she doesn't see me, but all she she won't notice a lizard. But I'm pretty sure she'll notice an 8-foot Goliath. You know what I mean? And then you, I guess Cyrus, you, whoever can go do the whole speaker.
Cyrus, how good is your insight?
It's not bad. It's like +4.
Well, maybe you can do some inquiry, like behind, like layered conversation when you go talk to her in the speaker,
Yeah, that might be the easier plan than trying to break into
And
her
then-
house.
and then we
There's a
can
lot of
figure it
risks.
out from there. All right, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
do that first. Get some info from the speaker, see where they sit, find out where the militia leader sits, and then we could do that. And then we don't have to necessarily turn them in just yet. We can figure out getting a plan from them, go rescue the fisherman, and then that would win us even more. Actually, wait, that's the task that she sent us on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's perfect. So we get a feel for her and the speaker. Go rescue the fishermen if they're still alive, and if we can find them. And if we rescue them, whatever information we bring back will give us an excuse to talk to her, and then we can pull her aside and tell her what we got going on with old boy Rar-da-dar-da-dar. And then we'll, you know what I mean? And that way it won't look suspicious.
Yeah, that works for me.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
All
And
right.
then if she has like a bag or anything we could sneak Sebastian into, then we'll have Gigroth, sleight of hand drop Sebastian into her bag or her backpack or her helmet or whatever.
Let's just hope
Alright.
she never looks in her bag.
But question to since Sebastian is actually more smarter than, or I don't know, he like has a higher intelligence than other small. Would it be easier to give him like commands for him through like sense or speak with animal?
If you can communicate it in the proper way to him, yeah, I would say so.
And it's through shuns, right?
Yes, he can.
That's
He
the
can
only proper
only
way.
speak and understand, in shuns.
We'll
Let me pull up
just
that
like
one.
say that Gigroth stopped by like the bookstore and he found a thesaurus for himself so he can communicate with Sebastian.
Exactly. You know what? Let me
Communication.
pull it up on my magical device.
Speaking of animals, I spoke to AI last night, Gigroth, and Crawler says thumbs up. No, my bad. He says okay.
So okay, awesome.
That's the emote you sent, right, Nick?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
an
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, it was the okay emote.
Awesome. Your girl's happy to hear back from Crawler.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
So you guys are kind of discussing what you want to do down at the table, and Ronaldo has this big, huge suitcase, and it's like clamped shut, and there's like clothes like falling out of it essentially. like he's stuffed it shut and he's dragging it down the steps. Ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk. I'm ready to go, guys. Where are we off to today?
We're gonna go speak to the East Haven Thieker.
We're gonna go speak to the Thieker. Oh, excellent.
We have a really important job for you, though. First off, Ronaldo,
Certainly. What is it?
you have to make sure this box stays closed and doesn't go anywhere. And I'm gonna hand him the box with the mini door guard it.
All right. He picks it up. He's like moving, like shaking it around, putting his ear up to it, and he shakes it a little bit, and you hear a guy rattling around in there. Oh my God! What's in here? He looks in. There's a little dwarf in here.
Yeah, he's one of our new recruits. He's just it's gonna take him a little bit to adjust the temperament, but as far as I'm concerned, you have seniority over him, friend.
Okay, I'll
Think of yourself as like his boss.
Okay. So I just keep him in the box here,
Just keep him in the box for the time being.
and I don't want to let him out.
No, he'll be fine. Speaking of which, is there like some community bread I can grab or something?
Yeah.
one
So
of the
there's this and actually there's this portly fellow who's been dealing with Bardaban. He's got a big old basket of bread, and you can see them exchange currency for bread, and he hands these things over, and you like the guy with the bread turns around and leaves, and you can just hear Bardaban say, "Thanks, Bob. I'll see you in a week." And bread guy leaves.
I get the impression that I could break off a small piece of the bread? Actually, I guess I'll just buy a loaf.
Yeah,
I'll buy a loaf.
yeah, you can buy a loaf
Gigroff
of
wants
bread.
bread too.
Sure.
All right, I'll buy a loaf,
what-
and then I'll break off a piece and give the majority of it to Gigroth, and then I'll throw like the small chunk of it into the shoebox.
Okay.
Could you describe for me what the portly fellow looked like? The guy with the bread basket?
Well, he has cold weather clothing on, so you can't really see much. But over top of his cold weather clothing, he had an apron and like a big chef's hat.
That's awesome. All
Okay.
right, so should we move on to speak to the Thieker?
Go to the.
Thought we were going to the cave.
Is that where we're going first?
Well, I figured we can get them both. We'll talk. I figured on the way out we could talk to the speaker since they're both there. Kind of do two
Yeah,
birds
that
with
works.
one stone. You know what I mean? Does that work for you, Akuma? Like, we're still gonna go to the cave. We're just gonna swim by, have like a 30-minute conversation, and then bounce.
Yeah, we were good. I was misunderstanding.
Okay, so you're gonna go to the East Haven Town Hall first.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the five of you leave, and you make your way to the East Haven Town Hall, which is not too far away. It's kind of it's a little bit along the coast, kind of right in the center of the town. So you go past the docks where the East Haven ferry was, and then a few blocks away, and there's a much larger building there. It's a 2-story building, and it's mostly made. It looks like it's mostly made out of wood. And okay, so you enter. You go in. Well, I don't want to say any. Put words in your mouth about what you want to do. Are you just gonna? You're just gonna go ahead and go enter in, or?
This is your show, Cyrus. You're the speaker. We're just your help.
Yes, I would like the help to, stand, an appropriate distance behind me. No, yeah, I'll take the lead and, we'll head, stroll right in.
Okay, yeah, there's a set of double doors. You can open those and go in, and there is a chamber that is
I
decorated.
definitely fling both of those open, like, in a very dramatic way.
It's like
and he does this, and I use thaumaturgy to like make trumpets blare.
I thought you were gonna make them the doors shut back and on me, but that's much better.
Ba, 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 ba. So this fanfare plays as you enter in this chamber, which is decorated with oil paintings depicting life in East Haven, including a large painting of the town itself on the north wall. Mounted on the south wall is a 5-foot-long stuffed knucklehead trout. And there's a plaque, a wooden plaque that has an engraved copper plate on it that reads in common, Big Nuck, caught by East Haven fishers during the summer of 1479 DR. And there is a reception desk where there sits a... this would be a human, female, and she's got glasses. You see her writing down some things, shuffling some paperwork, and she looks up at the fanfare, is kind of taken a little aback by it, and says, "Oh, hello. Hi. How can I help you?"
Hello, I'm here to see the East Haven speaker.
Sure. I believe, what's the speaker's name? I believe Daneth should be available. May
Tell
I?
her Cyrus, the speaker of Goodmead, is here to speak with her.
Oh, yes, we heard that a new speaker had been elected in Goodmead, and you are that. Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyrus. My name is Prudence. Prudence Tarkwold.
The pleasure is all mine, and I'll reach over to shake her hand. I have to do this in D&D because I'm not allowed to do that in real life.
What? Shake her hand?
Yeah, shake people's hand. You can't do that.
You can't give the elbow bump or the use your hand sanitizer first. So you shake her hand, and she says, if you'll just wait out here, I'll be happy to. I'll go get him.
Of course.
All right. So Prudence leaves. You see Prudence leave a doorway. I'm gonna bring up the East Haven Town Hall map here.
While we're waiting, Zymont's going to take a little bit and really pay attention to the painting of East Haven to potentially reference later on.
Okay.
In case there's any differences in the town, what it looks like today, or if we need like a reference.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's much more, instead of being like a normal map, it's laid out like a map, but it's much more detailed drawings on it. Much more lifelike drawings than just your typical map. Okay, and there's a door along the western wall, right down in the corner. You can see them leave through that doorway. Is there anything else is there anything anyone else would like to do while this person is gone?
I guess we'll just kind of I'd like to go take a look at the paintings and the knucklehead trout on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just kind of just generally kind of look at it, maybe admire it a little bit.
Okay.
How big is the knucklehead trout?
5 feet long.
God dang.
It is a very large fish.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, you can definitely kind of get the sense that if you're fishing for knucklehead trout, they're fighters. You would not be able to. It's very difficult to pull one in, right? It's not like
challenge accepted.
Yeah. It would definitely be a challenge. Okay, so you guys are standing around, and after about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, Prudence comes out of that doorway, and behind Prudence are both Daneth Whalen and Captain Imdra Arlagath.
Just who I wanted to see.
Yes, Cyrus. I presume sees you looking at the fish.
You are correct, and I greet them both.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. This is Daneth here. What can I do for you? What brings you all the way to East Haven?
Oh, well, I was here to conduct some business here with some of my associates, and I figured it was a good opportunity to stop by and make your acquaintance.
And
Wow.
Imdra looks and recognizes Akuma and Zymot, and then turns to you, Cyrus, and says, "Are these individuals your acquaintance?"
Why, yes, they are.
And looks up and addresses you, Zymot, and says, "Are you still planning on helping us with our fisherman problem?"
Yes, yes, it's good to see you again, of course. It was actually going to be on our top priority, but of course, taking care of the speaker here, we required to do the most highest priority objectives first. So after today's meeting, we plan on heading off
Excellent,
and
excellent.
hopefully bringing back the full contingent of fishermen.
Well, I hope so as well. And then Dan says, "Please, shall we meet in my office?"
Can
Yes,
I
that's-
insight check that? I would like to make sure that she's being sincere about wanting them all back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make me an insight check.
14.
14. Yes, as far as you know, she is being truthful.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then Captain Dennis says, "Thank you, Prudence, very much for or just says thank you, Prudence, and Prudence, yeah, no problem." And then Prudence puts her glasses back on and goes back to work. And Dennis says, "Please follow me." And as you go through that door along the southern wall, this first room you get into, you can see a bunch of rows of desks, and then there's filing cabinets around, and then there's a few overstuffed lounge chairs in this room. And then there is another doorway leads you past this room into another room that is much, much, much larger, where there's these low burning lanterns that cast a glow upon this very tall black object in the center of the room. Although one could mistake it pretty easily for a statue, this object is actually the figurehead of a ship and is carved in the likeness of a winged demon. This demon-shaped figurehead stands 8 feet tall. There are shards of wood that jut out of the demon's back at the point where the figurehead once attached to the hull of the ship. And then you can hear the... everyone make me a perception check. While you make this perception check, Dana says, "Please, pay no mind to the statue. Man, that's a long story. How we got that thing."
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay. Anyone else?
14.
6.
Gigroth?
6.
6 as well. Okay. Cyrus,
What
you're
did
the
Ronaldo roll? Sorry,
Ronaldo
being a
doesn't
duke.
Ronaldo doesn't notice anything. He's just, wow, this place is huge. This is a great building. And Cyrus, you notice kind of just as you're walking by, the light catches your attention just so perfectly, and in front of this statue, lashed to the figurehead with rope, is a scrawny woman who looks to be dripping wet. Her long white hair hangs over her face, obscuring it. And you walk by, and it kind of just like catches your eye and then vanishes. And you look back and you can't see it.
And this was like a full like size like woman like in front of like the statue.
Yes. Yeah, it looked as though it was like tied with rope to the figurehead, to this statue.
I know I didn't see it.
You okay?
Well, I mean,
Cyrus? You look like you
does
saw it.
it sound like the lady from the seance? or did it look like the lady from the seance?
Yes. So, Cyrus, with your 20, you can recognize this being as the lady as the ghost from the seance.
I kind of like I do like a double take, and I'm just like, what? And I'm doing the like rubbing my eyes, like trying to like make sure, and then obviously I'm sure the rest of the party's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'll
No,
be
not
like,
really. You've been acting pretty weird here lately, honestly.
okay,
You really need to get
fair
more
enough
sleep,
then.
man.
All right, yeah, I won't tell you guys.
Okay.
And
So
I guess I'll just keep walking.
But
and
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'll just keep walking and be like, I mean, we've got time for that story about how you got this statue here.
And he says, "Oh well, yeah, there was a band of adventurers that was out, and were able to raise this figurehead from a boat, from the depths of the lake, a loch finisher exactly, and they brought it back here, I guess, hoping for a reward, and well, we just." Have it here. We don't really have a great place to store it, and I don't really know what to do with it at this point. And so we just kind of keep it here.
Do you remember?
Speaking of rewards and boats, Cyrus, Gigaroth, we have a boat.
We have a boat?
Not yet, but we're gonna have a boat.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Captain.
Yeah, Captain Arlagath says, if you complete your mission, of course, you can borrow one for the mission. But if you complete it, it's yours. She says, I just want to make sure that is perfectly clear.
Crystal, my friend, crystal.
Okay.
As clear as Prudence's glasses.
So the you make your way around. There's a set of stairs that go down. They said that down there is where the jail cells are, in our interrogation rooms for any nefarious people that happen to be part of we happen to catch. And then this door here. So if you look on your East Haven Town Hall map, there's a door straight north that leads outside. And then there is a door to your left, and she says, Daneth says, and this is my office, please. And he opens the door and says, please come in. And as he opens the doors, you can see in this room that there's tapestries and painted landscapes that decorate this room, in the middle of which is a very large table surrounded by high-backed wooden chairs. And says, please, have a seat. We have, if you have things to discuss, we can do that here.
DM, I didn't want to interrupt your description real quick, but when that whole conversation, the tour was given by the speaker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When he said that's where we keep people that are part of, and then correct himself and just said, who needs to be, was that you or was that him making that misstep?
That was me. That was
Okay.
me,
Okay.
me the DM, not them. They, he's
Okay, cool.
very open that the jail cells are down there.
Okay, cool.
And so there's a big round wooden table, conference table, and says speaker sits down. There's a very, very clear chair that has the heraldry carved into the backrest of the heraldry of East Haven that's carved into the backrest where the other chairs don't.
And does it look like a lot nicer than the other chairs?
Oh yeah.
Cyrus is making a mental note that he needs to get one of those chairs.
Okay. And the speaker will sit down in that chair, and then to the speaker's right is where Indra will sit. And if you would all like, he says, please take a seat.
I'll take a seat.
And
Yeah. I'll
Ronaldo
position myself behind him.
grabs a chair that's much taller than him, pulls it out, climbs up, and is basically standing in the chair because he can't sit down or else he would be Actually, you know what? That's a better image. Is he sits down in it and he's the table's basically just like chin high, so only his head is above the table. That's a much better image.
I was gonna ask, does Ronaldo have a hat?
No, Ronaldo does not.
I was just gonna say,
Trudeau.
if he had a hat, it's like the only thing sticking out over the table is like a sleeping cap or something like that.
Oh man.
We can get him one. It's fine. There's stores.
That'll be before we do the actual mission, because that's the important stuff.
Cyrus's first 2 acts as speaker: get Ronaldo a hat and buy a chair.
A nice chair.
Okay. Yeah, so you're all sitting around this table. What would you like to talk about? What would you like to discuss? What do you do? What do you say?
I guess I'll kind of just sort of like be really blunt with this and be like, so yes, I do hope we can take care of the situation with the fishermen, especially with, you know, some of the nefarious individuals that have been mucking around 10 towns, as far as I've noticed.
And Imdra and Daneth look at each other and say, nefarious individuals?
Yes, and I'm mostly just saying this like outright to kind of gauge the reaction, so I want to make like an insight check, but I want to be like, well, I don't know if you heard, but a couple nights ago in Goodmead, a group of a gang of just random adventurers or vagrants or whatever came in and attacked the Goodmead Hall and tried to destroy the beehives.
We did hear of that complication, but as we understand that you and your companions here took care of that problem.
Yes.
We understand that it
However-
was instrumental in you gaining the favor of the town.
Yes, it absolutely was. It was certainly a big factor in my my election. However, what was not so public, because we're not sure who we can trust yet, 2 of the members of that attacked were clearly part of the Zentarum. And I just want reactions by me saying that.
Okay, so both Imdra and Daneth look at each other, eyes wide open, and they look very shocked. And roll me that insight check.
And you can't inspiration yourself, right?
I cannot. 14.
You think that their reaction is genuine. They are genuinely surprised by hearing this. The
enough for
reactions
me.
on their face is what their actual reaction is.
Okay. I think I'll take that at face value.
Oh, and the Daneth says the Zentarum, really?
Yes,
I mean,
2 of the members had tattoos.
We're familiar with them. We were unaware their reach was as far north as us.
It would seem that their reach, yes, that was a shock to me as well, that their reach was this far north. And unfortunately, it seems that their reach is more than just Goodmead. I have reason to believe that they have reach in Targos, potentially East Haven, and potentially all of 10 towns.
This news is very troubling. What
Indeed, it is.
What do you suggest we do about it? What can be done about this?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, because this is still pretty new, but we've been discussing, me and my associates have been discussing and trying to gather a plan to figure out what to do about them. But one of the biggest things right now is well, first off, I'm going to say I'm placing my faith in both of you, that neither of you are moles for the Xantarum, because it seems that they could be, placed in any number of organizations in 10 towns. And I think keeping quiet, our knowledge of the Xantarum, is key to not setting them off or tipping them off.
Understood. Well, I can assure you that neither myself nor Captain Arlagath here are members of that group, that organization.
I would like to insight check that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage on that if I could. The help action.
Sure, yeah. So Akuma and Zymot kind of like look at each other and look back. You know, you both take in this reaction and like lock eyes and this whole nonverbal exchange between you two.
Double sixes, mother.
As
God.
as far as you know, you can't really get any information from them with that.
Can I make my own independent insight check?
Sure, yeah. Gigroth, you can as well if you would like.
16.
17.
Both of you believe they are being truthful.
I'll kind of like look over to Akuma and Zaima and just kind of nod and just sort of like, yeah, they're good. Like,
Yeah, and Gigoff would just go.
Excellent. Yes. Gives the okay sign.
So,
Okay. Well,
so I guess this is a little bit of table talk. I'll kind of look over at Zaima and be like, just kind of like, I guess I sort of trying to like, very subtly try to like kind of be like, should we? I guess I don't have a way to do this. What I'm saying is I'm not sure if I should bring up the our potential link to the Zentarum, the radar.
Trust your judgment. Trust your judgment, man.
Okay. All right.
You're a
I'm
leader
not
for the time being, so if you want to make the
Okay.
call, we'll take your lead.
All right, that works. I'll look back to the two, the
Mhm.
captain and the speaker, and say, at the moment, we don't have a plan because the Zentarum is a pretty big organization. So I think making small, I guess, kind of jabs at the overall structure of the Zentarum is kind of like our best bet at the moment, and keeping things on a low scale so as not to start like a all-out riot or war
I
in 10
concur.
towns that could be disastrous.
It's a very delicate situation.
However, in our travels, we actually just last night found a just recently found somebody who may have been, we have reason to believe, is an informant for the Zentarum. So we are potentially looking into weeding them out for more information and furthering that up the chain of command.
Do you think that there's more informants in East Haven?
I'm not sure, but as big as East Haven is, I wouldn't be surprised.
Troubling.
There's a window in this room, correct?
There is, yes, there is a window to the north.
Okay. And we know that there's a room. Are we in the east room or the west room on this map?
You are in, okay, so on the first floor, you
Yeah,
are in,
we're north of the statue, right?
you are in the center, the room to the north. So if you
Okay,
divide it up in the three columns, you're in the room
Gotcha.
in the center column to the north.
Okay, got you. So we came in through the door to the right, the door to the east. We came in through that door?
So there's the double doors. Enter. You went south. You went through through that doorway and kind of looped back around into that room.
Okay. What's the doorway to the west? Is that because is it open?
That's the door that you came in.
All right. So hold on, I'm a little confused.
Or wait, to the
now.
west. To the west. Oh, in the top left corner.
Yes. See
Uh,
how that one doesn't have the white rectangle to
you
the other
don't.
one?
Yeah, you don't know anything about that.
I mean, but I can see that, right? Or no? That's not the room we're in?
That is the room that you are in, but
Yeah.
that specific area,
Oh, I got you. Okay.
you don't know anything.
Okay, I got
There's
you.
there's
So
a
I don't
there's
see
a
an opening there.
tapestry on the wall there.
Okay, got you. Yeah, no, that's good enough.
Oh.
Okay, no, all right, no worries. I won't meta that. I would like to summon Tomax outside the window and see if there's anyone that's attempting to eavesdrop.
Sure. Through Tomax, there's no one. Every once in a while, someone will walk by. Common folk, either going to work or going wherever. But there's no one lingering around the building.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him out there.
Okay.
That's it for me. I don't know if anyone else wants to interject on this portion of it, or if we're good to go.
Yeah, I don't have much else at the moment.
Okay.
I mostly wanted to gauge the reactions, and I think we got that.
So,
Yeah.
says, well, I'll leave it up to you then. If you are willing to take on this Zentarum matter, I would appreciate any information that you glean about this, and any information that myself or Arlagath find out, we will be happy to relay to you as well.
Ooh. If I may interject, do you guys mind? I do not mean to overstep my bounds, but if we could potentially disseminate misinformation and identify what information got out, we could potentially use that to see who additional informants are. Is that something you may be interested in?
Absolutely, but currently, we don't know. How do we get that information out? Who do we get that info?
Excellent.
Who do we
Excellent.
put that information through?
And I'll look at the rest of the party and be like, you guys can help me if you come up with a better idea. But at the meantime, we need something that might not necessarily seem too obvious, but it is okay to be disseminated. Potentially, maybe the resolution of the missing fisherman. Maybe, for example, you, Captain, can say that all the fishermen perished. And then you, Sir Speaker, can say that all of them survived with a huge bounty that we found as well. And then we will know, at the very least, should information be found by the Zentarum, identifying either of those resolutions, we can identify that the leak or the mole could be either in the militia or in the government structure. Am I going too deep here, guys? I probably am, aren't I?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe, but I
Perfect.
like that
That-
idea a lot.
It's a great
think
way
that's
to
a-
see who exactly.
All
We
right,
could
and
also do something
both.
Like, sorry, Nick.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we could also schedule a fake mead delivery with the date and time that it would be traveling to East Haven.
Would that be like what would be information that the Zentarum would want to know, though? You know what I mean?
We could also like political rivalry, political rumors.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. So let's say that. Okay, so we'll have the militia captain say that like there were no survivors, right? Because I think passing that through the militia would be okay, and then through the speaker, we could put out that Cyrus is traveling alone at this and date, that he would be extremely vulnerable, so hopefully no one knows or something like that, right? That would be something
Yeah,
they'd be
like
interested
that's-
in, because they were trying to take your position. So if they could take you out to overthrow you, you know what I mean? Is that
Yeah,
kind
absolutely.
of what you were thinking, Akuma?
Yeah, something that might lure them out into the open.
Okay,
Yeah, if we could like make it public knowledge through the speaker that like Cyrus is traveling to, this secluded area or something, so that we could basically ambush them. That would be
well, it can't be
Yeah.
public knowledge, because then they could just hear through hearsay. You know what I mean? It has to be
Right.
something.
well. That's
Yeah. But yeah, the private travels of another speaker is something that it makes sense that the government officials would know, but also something that you would want to not just openly like, hey, this speaker that it took the place of someone that just got killed is traveling by themselves. You know what I mean? So that would, you get what I'm saying? Like if it's just something like, hey, we're gonna have a celebration tomorrow, like they'll pass that word on to everybody.
Right, right.
So all right, what do you guys think? So private travel for Cyrus will disseminate through the government, through the speaker, and then what? Let's say that all the fishermen were dead, but we found a ton of treasure through the militia captain.
Yes.
Yeah, both those seem like very juicy hooks.
Akuma?
Yeah, yeah. Say we could even something like Cyrus will be traveling to Care Koenig or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Someplace like off the beaten path.
Ooh. Do we want to make that legit? So if they try to ambush us, one, we could deal with some of the Zentarum, but two, like we identify, like if they ambush us, then we get confirmation. Does that make sense? Instead of just kind of hearing through the grapevine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is we like actually ambush them? Like maybe
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do have you guys like hide out while I am like quote unquote traveling alone, and then I get ambushed, but they get ambushed.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. That they yes. I like this. Gigroth, anything to add?
I think if he is going to be traveling, why not get the element of surprise? Let's say he's traveling on dog sled, and what if I'm just hiding on the bed of the dog sled, covered up? You know what
Excellent.
I mean?
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely, we
So
can do
where
that.
are we going to next? Are we going to the outpost? Where are we going next so we could disseminate that? Do we want to go to the Dwargar out? What was the outpost? Right. We got the outpost from the dude. We've got.
Outpost is outside of Care Koenig.
Let me look at where Care Koenig is again on the map.
Pretty far north. If you
Alright,
take
hold
if you
on.
take the road north, you can go to Caer
So-
Dineval, and then Caer Koenig is the next one. And then you would
Oh,
have
okay, yeah.
you would have to make the trek through the wilderness to the Dwargar outpost.
Okay. And we're not quite ready to attack the spine of the world. So would we want to just go back to Goodmead? Is that where we're going? We still haven't. Were there any loose ends on Goodmead that I'm not remembering right now?
Other-
No.
Not
I
at the
think-
moment.
Well, other than the lady that I took in, that was like what was it? psychic
Yeah.
niece. Other than her, that's the
Yeah, I got you.
We do
I
still
heard
have
only
the-
level 7 people are allowed to do that.
Yeah, so far we found the wrong trail of breadcrumbs.
We still have the fishermen we kind of wanted to take care of while we're around East Haven, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing we're gonna disseminate. So if we get ambushed while we're bringing back the dudes or something like that, then we know it was the militia captain. But we need, if we want to ambush the people, if there's a leak through the government, then we need. You get what I'm saying? Like it has to be two different things. If they attack us at the same place, then it's. Or finish your thought. I'm sorry.
All I was saying was like, because you were asking what's our next thing to do. I thought like going to like take care of the fisherman situation was our next
Oh
thing to do.
yeah. No. I mean like the next big travel that we make. Yeah, like the next
okay.
city, so they ambush us on the road. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think going to would probably
What was it?
be our
Dugan's
best bet.
Hold?
Yeah, Dugan's Hold. Hold is
The
empty.
only thing
It's
you
it's
know,
whole.
yeah, the only thing you know about Dugan's Hole is that the speaker Edgra Dermot, has not shown up to the council speakers meetings.
Okay. So DM, one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get the impression that the on the map, the red paths that are marked off, do we get the impression that that's pretty much the primary mode of transportation from city to city, or are there more independent routes as well that people could take?
I mean, you can travel through the wilderness, but the red paths are like roads essentially.
Got you. Okay. All right. All right. Do you guys want to just keep it simple and say that we're going back to Goodmead, or you're going back to Goodmead by yourself in 2 days' time?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right. Sweet. So for the sake of brevity, we'll say that Speaker Cyrus will be traveling to Goodmead because he has to deal with duties. But because his security contingent is dealing with stuff here in East Haven, he's going to end up traveling alone in due haste. And the speaker can disseminate that information. And then to the captain, she can disseminate that we found the fishermen all dead, but we did acquire a large treasure. And to keep it under wraps because they have to prepare a proper statement because the fishermen were lost and they don't want everyone knowing how much money we're bringing back or whatever.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
So, speaker information: Cyrus is traveling to Goodmead alone, and then the militia, dead fishermen and treasure.
Yep.
Okay. And they'll just tell who they know or the proper channels to get the word out about that.
Yeah, like the chain of command type thing.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. All right.
Excellent.
Imdra and Daneth both agree and nod and says we will get that information out ASAP.
Sweet. All right, and hopefully we don't get attacked, so we at least know two things are clear.
Is there anything else we can do for you? Whoop.
I'm good if you guys are.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm
Sweet, easy enough. Yep, and yeah, so let's go make our way to the caves.
Okay.
Making our way down.
And are you going to take Ronaldo and the little dwarf with you as well?
Yeah. Yes, they are part of the team.
Okay.
And do we still want Sebastian to follow Indra to?
I think we're good. I trust Cyrus's nod. If he trusts them, I trust them.
Okay, I just double check.
Yeah, no. I think it's solid, but I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what Captain Arlagath says, here, allow me to escort you down to the docks.
Okay.
If you're going to make your way to the caves, let me escort you down to the docks. And,
Yeah, right, because the caves is what the seance told us.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have a good idea of where we're going.
I guess Imdra wouldn't know that it's to the caves, but she says, let me get you to your boat. And she says, and you've decided on a skiff, right? Is any of you proficient with water vehicles?
Oh, I am proficient with the water vehicles.
Excellent.
His antlers
That'll
are
make-
aerodynamic. They work like a sail.
that'll make it much easier for you. So there is a skiff that you can take, the single-masted skiff that can hold up to 8 people. And she says, you'll have to drag it. The lake is almost completely frozen. You'll have to drag it out for some time before you're able to actually set sail.
I'll look at Gigroth, be like, crampons are the ones with the spikes or the fans?
Crampons are the ones with the spikes. Allow you to grip on ice. Make it
Gotcha.
easier.
All right, yep. I'll look at Gigroth and be like, I guess it's time for us to get to work, my friend. And I'll start slapping on the crampons.
Okay. Does everyone have crampons?
I believe I do.
Check. Yep, I do.
Yep, yeah. I
Cool.
believe I got mine at Acquisitions Incorporated before I left.
All right. Okay, so make me a group survival check. So I need a survival check from everyone. And how well the group does and how many of you pass and what your numbers are will determine how long it takes you to find the caves.
A nat 17.
Dude,
On-
that's sick.
On brand, 8.
Okay.
I'm good for combat, guys. I'm sorry. That's about it.
I got a 3.
Is that even possible for Cyrus?
Yeah,
What, you
because I
rolled
rolled a 2.
0 and got your +3 for your stat modifier?
No, I rolled a 2 and I got a +1.
For survival. That's awesome. Gigroth?
Shoot, just saw it, but then I got, believe I got a
A 9.
Yeah, I know. For Gigroth, only a 9. He not.
So we have a 3, an 8, a 9, and a 17.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm
Dead.
gonna go ahead and move Ronaldo into the skiff while we're pushing it.
Sure. All right. So it takes you let's see here. It would take you guys with that after finally getting out onto the water and traversing the icy waters, after about 4 hours, you come upon
I'm afraid we're going to die out here, my friends.
you find a rowboat that bobs untethered in the water amid some small ice floes, not far from these 80-foot high cliffs that abut the shoreline. The mouths of 4 caves dot the snowy cliffside. One of these caves is at water level, and the others are elevated 20 to 30 feet above the frozen lake. And then there's like this howling wind that's coming, that you can hear coming from the cave, that sounds like moaning. And this boat, alongside the boat, or along this on the side of it, you can see painted bunch o' knuckleheads, like on the hull of the boat.
Well, friends, I believe this is the place.
It certainly looks like the fishermen's boats.
I'll tell you what, friends. If I were a defensive man, which occasionally I can be, because I remember one time a contract that I did security. Anyways, moving on. Wasn't very important. So we always maintained security on the main gate, expecting the road least resistance to be where we were most likely attacked. So, how do you feel about entering through, and I'll point up, through the sunroof?
How are you sure there's a sunroof?
Excellent. Nick, you said that, and as you're asking that, Nick, you said that they were about 20 to 30 feet off the water line, correct?
So there's basically 4 entrances to this. This cliff is 80 feet high, very, very, very tall. The southernmost cave entrance is water level, and the other ones are about 20 feet high off of the cliff.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Okay, I will summon. So while he's saying that, and they're all lifting their eyes up at the top one, I will summon Tomax at one of the openings.
Okay.
And then I will trade places with him.
Which opening? If you're looking at the map,
hold on.
There's a Cauldron Caves map. If you're looking at it, there's the 4 entrances along the west side, and there is, if we're gonna label them 1, 2, 3, 4, top to bottom, which entrance are you gonna summon Tomax at?
I like being methodical, so I guess I would summon us to the furthest. Actually, I think this. Oh, I'm good. Like, I want to do what's funny for the story, but also what's probably more logical. All right. If the water line is on the one at the very bottom, I'll go ahead and summon Tomax and switch places with him on the northernmost one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you can hear this howling wind blow through the caves, and it sounds like this moaning, bone chilling. I don't know. This moan. I don't know. That's the best way to describe it.
Can you do it?
What's that?
Nothing.
Can you do it? I want to hear the moaning.
I want the immersion.
Ooh, I don't know. that's horrible. That's awful. But that's what it sounds like.
Added to the immersion.
It's very, very. It's bone chilling, right? You're totally scared in your boots.
Can you play the moan on your bass?
Yeah, totally.
What's Ronaldo doing? How does he react to it?
He's scared. Oh, that sounds very scary. I'm not so sure about this. Are you guys sure that I should have come along?
I believe
Shut
this
up,
is
Ronaldo.
going to make a
He's gonna
fantastic.
die. As
He's
Chorus,
so
my friend.
dying. He's so gonna die. But you notice a couple of things. You notice, Zymot, is the surface of the walls and where you're standing is covered in a thin sheet of ice. So it's very, very slippery. But you have crampons on, so it's not your movement won't be inhibited. But it is very, very icy
Yeah,
and
I got
slick.
you. Okay, I will take 2 of my spears out
Mm-hmm.
and ram them into the ground. Point the tips facing the opening,
Mhm.
so it's leaning into the cave.
Okay.
I'll take out my 50-foot hemp rope,
Mm-hmm.
tie it around the spears to distribute the weight evenly, and then dump the rope out to my compatriots
Nice.
down below.
Nice. Very awesome. Yeah. There are a couple of other things that you notice before we get into you guys scaling these walls. The ceilings in this cave, as you look around, the ceilings go almost all the way up the cliff. So we're talking 50-foot, 40 to 50-foot high ceilings in this cavern.
Verbeeks. Why did it have to be Verbeeks?
And then it's a pretty clear day out. It's not super blizzardy and windy. Not a lot of snow. You can see that there's like where the surface breaks at the tops of these caves, there's tiny beams of light coming in. So these caves are dimly lit. They're not perfectly dark. They are dimly lit. Okay. And yes, so you have now this anchor in the ground and the rope coming out of the cavern. What would you guys like to do?
I guess let's like climb up the ropes.
Yeah, I'm gonna let all the light people go first, just in case it breaks with my heavyweight.
Okay.
He just volunteered to split the party.
No, just all the light people, everyone who's lighter than Gigroth, go up first.
Yeah, one of us each takes a different mouth of the cave.
I love it. I love that idea.
Foolproof plan.
You just gave Gigroth an idea. He's gonna let everyone go up, and then he's gonna piss off somewhere.
He's just gonna go off on his own.
We'll
Okay.
attack
He's
them
gonna
from
take
all
this-
sides.
So are you guys gonna climb up the walls into the cave?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So with Zymot's rope and anchor there, and the side of the wall with like the different rock formations and things, you guys actually don't even need a check. Because with the rope, you don't even need a check to scale this wall, to scale 30 feet up or 20 to 30 feet up to get to that mouth of the cave. Because of Zymot's ingenuity there, no problems at all getting up into the cave.
As you guys are
Good work,
climbing, like
Simon.
Tomax is gonna walk up the side of the wall next to you guys, just kind of keeping pace with you guys.
He's like trying to be like a coach or like a hype man, just like, come on, just a couple more feet, and you're gonna be up there.
Get up here. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
We don't have
Attaboy.
one fucking day.
You can do it. What are you, a bunch of sissies?
All right. Okay, and all of you make it up to the mouth of the cave. What would you like to do now?
Ronaldo, you should go scout ahead.
Are you
If you could play our theme song while you do it, that would be great.
are you absolutely sure about that?
No,
No,
my
don't
friend,
do
I'm
that.
jesting, no.
Seriously, you will die if you do that. Don't do it.
Get
Stay
in the
back
back.
here
Get in
where
the
we
back.
can protect you.
Always
No,
stay behind Gigroth.
Oh, dude, I just got an idea. Can we get like Ronaldo propped up on like Gigroth's shoulders, like Yoda on Luke's, like have him perched up back on Gigroth's shoulders?
Hell yes. He
I
can
mean, he's
sit on
got
my
that
backpack.
suitcase. He's got that suitcase he's dragging.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
I was like,
Ronaldo propped up on Gigroth's shoulders. And you guys are at the mouth of the cave. Are you gonna move forward? What's happening
Does-
here?
wait, do you tell Gigroth that that Ronaldo's doing this, or you just like, hey, go prop up on his shoulders real quick?
Oh, I tell Gigroth. I'm saying this very blatantly out loud for you guys to do this.
Oh, okay, because because if he did it just out of nowhere, I would feel like Gigra was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, that's if you want Ronaldo on your shoulders, we can do this. That's great.
I mean, you technically Gigroth can say no.
Yeah,
Gigroth
yeah,
does not have to consent.
While this is happening, I'm just
I
gonna
could-
look over at Akuma
yeah.
and be like, Akuma, you did such a good job navigating that boat, my friend. Absolutely fantastic.
It's all
Like,
about
yeah,
the motion of the ocean.
Motion of the ocean. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I'll tell her now. Get up here, little little Yoda.
Okay, so you pick him up. He's sitting on
I
your
don't
shoulders.
know who that is.
Who's Yoda? Doesn't matter. Anyways, thanks for carrying me. My little legs are get awfully tired here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use you as like a distraction. I'm gonna throw you at something.
You're
when
gonna
I need
chuck
you.
him.
I'm gonna chuck him. Like that's my
So-
idea. Like
So is the cave ahead like dark, or can we see into it?
It's dimly lit.
Okay, so we can see. I'd like, I guess, just to like kind of like investigate and see if there are any traps ahead.
Sure. Make me that investigation check.
Investigation.
I would like to use my torch.
That was a 4, so looks clear to me, guys.
Perfectly fine. There's nothing to be worried about.
That's why I said I want to use my torch.
Okay, so
Here's lights,
Gigroth's
guys.
you're gonna light up a torch to give yourself
Yes,
a little bit more
indeed.
light. Cool.
Yes.
All right. So with that torch, you guys are perfectly fine seeing here in this cave.
Awesome. Does everyone want a torch? Because I got like 10 of these.
I've got dark vision.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I'll let
Zymon?
you be the center. Nope. I'll let you be the center of attention, friend.
Yay. All right. Well, I'm gonna grab a torch. And you know what? I'm gonna turn on 2 of my torches, and then I'm gonna chunk one forward just to see if we see anything.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of like walk a little bit through this narrow passageway, very tall passageway. It's like 5 to 10 feet wide, closer to 5 in most spots. And as you chuck your torch forward, you can see that there's a fork in the pathway. One splits up to the north, and the other one splits down to the south.
I think we should go north.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
Cover our
I like
bases.
clear. I like a systematic clear. So yep.
All right, I'll pick up my torch. When I use a torch and I just like put it out, like do I still lose that torch? I'm like, I mean, I can still use it. It's still burnable a little bit.
Yeah. You can still use it. I think they burn for like 30 minutes. I'm not sure what the exact stats on it are. But
Okay, cool.
they're
Then,
usable for
yeah.
a while.
All right, cool. I'll just like put it out and put it back in my bag, and I'll just keep the one that I've got so far.
Okay. All right. So you take the fork to the north. You come to this smaller room, smaller cavern that's like 20 feet wide, maybe 10 feet 10 feet across, and there is. You can see on the walls that there are ancient stick figure drawings carved into this wall.
Do they remind me of what we found in the shrine at the Verby cave?
That's a good question. Let me.
Be careful about any magical items we find, guys.
What are you talking about? You two came out just fine.
I look at him with like my hair's still kind of frazzled, and I still have some slightly dark circles. I'm like, sure.
Okay.
No. There is no resemblance to the markings that were there.
Okay.
Are they just stick figures? Is there like any types of writings or anything like that?
Make me an intelligence check, a history check.
Can I help him out with that?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess. I kind of want to be. Okay, that's a little bit better. So 7 for the first one. And a 4 for the second one. And I kind of want to know
Jesus.
this.
You don't discern anything from these cave drawings. It just looks like a bunch of big stick figures walking.
What if
Wow, they
Gigroth
stayed inside
does?
the lines.
Stay inside the lines. What about a nature check or maybe like a history check?
Yeah, Gigroth, if you want to make me a history check, you can do that too.
Let's think this. History. A 10.
Yeah, you don't discern any information about these drawings either.
All right.
If I may ask, what specifically are the stick figures like doing in the pictures?
You can see it's almost like a lineup of them, just walking. You can also see
Okay.
some. You can also see some like water, what would look like drawings of water.
People walking and water. Okay.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else to investigate in this room, let's go ahead and go down south.
Okay.
Works for me.
All right. So you turn back. You follow that. You follow your path to the south. And then you come upon a cavern to the east that is mostly empty except for 3 ice pillars composed of mineral deposits forming from the ground.
Considering that I am here for potential mining operations, is there a way to assess if there's any kind of, if the minerals that created that are of worth or value?
Sure, you could make me a nature check.
Do you have proficiency with a spelunking kit?
I do not, my friend. Hey, 17, which means that they are worthless.
Yep, they are.
Can I save that as a portent roll?
You want to save your 17 for a better one?
All right. All right. Yep. Good enough for me. We can push forward, Gigroth.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Gigroth's taking the lead with his torch and continues down the path. You come across a fork. One way you can see actually leads out to a mouth of the cave, out back into the lake, and the other way then leads to a long, narrow cave.
I would assume we're gonna go left, so let us go left.
Okay. So Gigroth leads you through this narrow hallway, and you come across a bridge going over this flow of water, or this river or stream of water underneath, about 20 feet below you. And that stream of water is completely frozen. So this water, you can tell from where you're standing, in the direction of this water would be flowing out into the lake, but it is completely frozen over. And like
How
I said,
does the bridge look?
Bridge looks pretty. It's narrow. It's less than 5 feet wide. If you would like to cross it, crossing it safely would require a check.
I want to try it.
Okay. So Akuma is going to try crossing the bridge. I need a acrobatics check. Even with your crampons on, this is still there's no guardrails or anything like that. This is basically just like trying to keep your balance.
11.
An 11? Yes, you make it across.
Whew.
And
Alright,
then
so we know.
Yep. Okay.
By the skin of my teeth.
The skin of your teeth.
I get it. Our turn next.
If I throw some rope over to Akuma, almost like a secure line, will that improve our like crossing chances?
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to try and makeshift like some sort of railing or guardrail or something that will help you go across, yes, you could do that. That would help.
All right. Yeah. Let me see. What we make with a rope? Make us like.
Okay.
So what? Akuma's just like if you go to slip and fall, Akuma's just supposed to pull you back up, Gigaroth. That's like that. That's how this works.
Yeah, you're gonna hold it and keep it steady as someone, kind of like hand over hand moves their way across the bridge.
Why didn't we
Yeah,
just like
basically.
belly crawl across the bridge, just like straight out like snake it?
That's true. Can Gigroth like move across this bridge like penguin style?
You can, yeah.
All right, Gigroth's gonna cross this bridge penguin style.
Okay, make me an acrobatics check.
I'm about to go Animal Kingdom on this bridge. Oh, 14.
14? Yes, you make it across. And Ronaldo on your shoulders. Oh, thank God. Oh, man.
He's riding me. She's on my back riding.
Yeah, Ronaldo's still on you. He's still riding. He's still on your shoulders. Oh, thank God you made it across. Oh, I was so scared there for a second.
You'll have to
Not
write
to
about this
worry.
in one of your songs, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I guess I'll go
he-
next.
All right,
He
Cyrus.
rolled the mountain Gigroth.
Yeah, acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9. You fall as you try to like tightrope, or try to balance beam your way across this. You fall down 20 feet and take.
Hold on. Can I ask if I can do something as a bonus action?
Like as a reaction, what would you like to try and do?
As a bonus action, I have a face step ability. Like as I'm falling, can I face step 30 feet up onto the other side of the thing?
Okay, yeah, I like this.
Yep, it's part of my Eladrin race thing. I get to do that once per short rest.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you fall off, and as you're falling 20 feet down, you activate this and just kind of like shimmer and disappear, and then reappear at the other side. And finally, we have Zymot.
I will move Tomax to the other side and then teleport to Tomax.
Okay. So do you like? Does Tomax? Because Tomax is already out, right? Do you like?
Yeah.
De-summon him and summon him again?
No, I just have him float as a special action. I can move him, so he looks at me and I look at him and I give him like the head bob. He's like, "Man, you're no fun. Where's the challenge in this?" So he just like hovers himself over with like pouty face with his arms crossed, and then I switch
Might be-
places with him,
Whoop.
Be
Nice.
careful,
And then he-
Zymot.
and then he floats back over again.
Okay. So you guys all made it to the mouth of this cavern on the opposite side of the bridge.
All right,
Some better than
if-
others.
if there is a reason for us to escape, or we have to run, we cross this bridge, Gigaroth, you and I will smash it to bits. Yes?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna Gandalf. You shall not pass this bridge if something comes out after you.
Yeah, really
Mhm.
quick. I'm gonna switch over to my warhammer. So I'm gonna like, I put my axes back and then just bring out the big warhammer, just like, ah.
Cyrus, you think
You're
Shadow
gonna
would
smash
do
it now?
Oh, not now.
Okay. I'm thinking like, yeah, I thought you were gonna smash it
No, I
now,
meant-
and you guys are like locked
no,
into
Oh,
this
that would be
cavern.
hilarious. All right, so here's the plan. If crap hits the fan, we're gonna run over here and break it. Gigaroth's just like, break it?
Break
Wham!
it. Got it. Okay.
Shatter probably would break it.
So,
But-
all right, you guys enter this cavern, and this cave contains an abandoned campsite.
investigation?
Investigation. All right. Yeah, make me that investigation check.
I would like to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks.
I'll just do my
I
own
will-
this time.
Okay, I quit. I'm not doing any more rolls tonight.
I shall also do a
An 8.
Mine-
perception check.
Mine was a 10, so not much better.
Okay.
14.
14.
Is that with a Was that with advantage,
Oh yeah,
Kuma?
the first one was a 7.
Oh, nice. I mean,
Oh,
I
wait.
got double sixes on advantage earlier, so
Is this perception or investigation?
I believe this was investigation.
Yeah, this is
correct, man?
investigation.
Oh,
Okay, yep.
investigation and perception. My bad.
Investigation.
19.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So there's the charred remains of the campfire. You find 3 torn out pages of like a journal. And there's writing on it in Dwarvish.
I'm gonna use. Does anybody speak Dwarvish?
As a matter of fact, we do have someone that speaks Dwarvish.
Nailed it.
Ronaldo, may I please have the box?
Oh, sir, Gigroth, could you help me down, please?
Yes, indeed. So I just like,
All right. So he Ronaldo gets down and here you go. Here's the box.
All right, I will crack open the box and be like, friend, it is time we're in need of your services again. You know, I must admit, it's been great having you as part of the team. How are you holding up in there?
This sucks.
Excellent, excellent. Do you mind deciphering this for us?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. I'll hold up the pieces of paper. He just looks at him with a pouty face.
Yep. Yeah, he's
Gigaroth, can I borrow your canteen for a moment, friend?
certainly.
Akuma, can you hold these papers up, please? Yep, I'll grab him by his itty bitty legs and then dunk him in the like hold him over the cap of the canteen and then like shake the canteen a couple of times.
Ronaldo is horrified by this. I thought you said he was part of the team. What are you doing?
In training, he's still in trial period. He
We
hasn't
all
quite.
have our part. We all have our parts to play. Okay, Ronaldo.
I kind of like I kind of slide up by Ronaldo. I'm like, trust me, we won't do this to you.
I'm not sure I can trust you. If I'm in my trial period, what's to prevent you from doing this to me? Oh my god!
grab him.
Unlike him, we
I just
actually like
grab him.
you.
You guys are monsters.
No, I just grab Ronaldo real quick and just like, Ronaldo. look
Please,
into
no,
my
don't
eyes.
hurt me.
Look into my eyes. When I tell you this, you, my friend, are valuable to the team. This piece of shit is not.
Make me a let's see here. A persuasion check, I think would be.
Are you sure that's not an intimidation check?
Yeah, what's the reverse?
well, 'cause
what's the
I-
reverse of
well-
intimidation?
Like, I guess, persuasion, I guess.
I-
Because
I-
I'm not
yeah.
really, like, trying to persuade him. I'm just telling him, like, facts. And I'm like, Ronaldo.
All right, so
Like,
so
kind of like with
before-
a centralized
I guess a generic charisma check.
generic charisma.
I can
Yeah.
roll that.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I'll just roll for persuasion then. It's charisma. 16.
Okay. All right, I'll trust you. I'll trust you guys that you know what you're doing.
Thank you.
And the dwarf. Fine. Okay, I'll read it.
Excellent, excellent. See, you're a contributing member of this team, my friend.
And he says,
And I'll lean upside down. I'll lean him over, like still holding him by his itty bitty legs. I'll hold him over to the paper that Kuma's holding.
"All right, these caves are sacred to the frost giants. The carving on the wall suggests that the giants came here to drown themselves. Did they use the hot springs as a sacrifice pool?" And he goes down the list. The wind truly sounds like a wailing woman. One could easily go mad in this place. I think there's someone living in these caves. Shortly after discovering the hot spring, I heard what sounded like a granny singing. When the song ended with a shrill laugh, dread sunk its teeth into me. Ye gods, that horrible cackle! I shall leave these caves in the morning and never return. All right, is that good enough? Is that good enough for you? That's what it says.
That is fantastic. I really appreciate your friend.
I'll ask him, like, good job, little guy. Do you want a piece of bread?
No.
I'll go ahead and reach into my pack and pull out one of my extra scarves and like line the shoebox with it, and then put them back in it. Close
Okay.
it and give it back to Ronaldo.
It's ooh posh.
He riding in style now.
Yeah.
All right.
Once he puts it away, I'm gonna like lean over to him and be like, "Listen, I really appreciate your concern. That is one of the reasons why we need you here as our moral compass. But to be honest with you, that dwarf and his companion have a very evil scheme in the works that could potentially destroy 10 towns. So
Oh my
instead
god.
of wiping out all of them, we are hoping to rehabilitate this one in the name of Cyrus and Goodmead to maybe establish a kind of rapport with the Dwargar and turn them over to a life of goodness. It just takes a little more persuading, if you would.
I guess I can see that. Well, if you say so.
If you ever feel like we're being too mean to him, just say the word and we'll end his misery.
I think you're being too mean to him. Like immediately, I think you guys are being way too mean to him.
Well, he put the box away. Shoot. We'll have a
Next time.
conversation
Next
about
time.
this later.
Next time.
Okay. This is a good spot for a break. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. Don't go anywhere, anyone. We will be back, and our group of heroes will continue their journey through this cavern, and we'll see what they come upon. So thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate it very, very much. We'll see you in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, everyone. Are we up? Are we back? Are we up? I think we're back.
Are we back?
Yep. I see us.
Put away my cereal.
There's no I guess I don't have your guys's There we go. Cool. All right, awesome. We are back. Sorry about that, a little technical difficulties there. But we are back. Thanks for everyone for sticking around. And okay, so we just left off. The gang is making their way through these caverns, these cauldron caves, if you will. And they just came upon an old camp, found some loose journal pages, which they were able to have read by the Dwergar that they have captive.
In orientation.
Orientation.
The Dwargar's in orientation.
Yeah. Yes. The Dwergar who's trying to be converted to be part of the team. Read off these pages. So okay.
With mixed success.
Yes. All right. What would you like to do now?
With that 19, do I notice anything else other than those 3 papers? Like, maybe kind of like in the other side, like behind us in that little dent of the cave.
No, just like a basic camp. There's like a bedroll. Okay. There's some, where the campsite is, or the campfire would be, charred remains of a campfire, but nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing else jumps out at you.
Can I rummage through his bedroll or whoever's bedroll?
You can, yes.
What do I?
You don't find anything of note.
Okay. All right. Doesn't hurt to check. Then I say, I'm gonna head back, scale down ridge to see if we find where this river leads.
Yeah, so did we notice any other pathways for us to take, or did we kind of exhaust all our options?
There's the other entrances that you found outside of the caverns. And then obviously when you're on the bridge, you could see that the water would go to the north and to the south, but that's all of the ways that you know now.
Okay. Do we want to try and lower ourselves down onto the ice and make our way to see what else we can find?
Yes, I do not see why not. Seems like a feasible plan to me.
Actually, do we want to have Akuma do Find Familiar to scout it out, or do we just want to, gun it?
I like the idea of find familiar, right? You can do that as a ritual, so to
Yeah.
speak.
You guys just want to sit here and chill for 10 minutes while I do my thing.
For show.
Yeah, we'll start a fire, sit around, have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of start like whistling like a Tweety bird to conjure a canary.
And you can
You
go
try-
up. You can go up to 60 feet.
A hundo.
100 feet. Okay. Where would you like to position yourself, Akuma?
I'm gonna come to like, the edge of the bridge.
Okay.
At first tile, kind of like where it's coming out of the opening. And then start sending it north around the corner.
Okay. Okay. So your 100 feet. If you follow the water, each square is 10 feet. Your familiar can get about right to that second hump, and then see into this very large room where this water would spill out and into this almost like an indoor lake or pond that's been frozen over.
I mean, it just kind of it opens up into like a cavern with like a frozen pool.
And to the south?
And like quickly recalling the canary, sending it south.
Okay, so to the south, you can get as far as you find a waterfall that's been frozen over, where the water's kind of falls over an edge, and then next to that, to the east, is another cave entrance.
So to the south, we have what looks like another cave entrance, some more tunnels, and then to the north we have like an open pool. Which way do you guys want to go?
What senses do you sense through? Can you sense through your familiar?
I think it's just like visual. Let me double check. Hear what it hears. Sight and visual and auditory.
Okay. Okay. So you can hear that as you get further to the south there, you can hear that moaning wind howling sound is louder and stronger towards that cave entrance to the south.
So it seems to be whatever our dwarven friend was talking about may have been coming from the south.
Shall we proceed then?
How would you guys like to proceed? South or south?
South works for me.
South it is.
Okay. All right. And you're gonna make your way out. Like, how you're gonna get down from the bridge onto the river, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, like in the same way that Zymot made that makeshift like rope.
Mm-hmm.
How far
Well,
down
what-
is it, you said?
20 feet.
I think
20 feet, and then you'd say like the bridge itself is like 80-ish feet, or not 80-ish, excuse me. It's like 5 foot across.
Yes, 5 foot wide, and the gap is like 30 feet. 30
Okay,
feet
so
across.
I've got a 50-foot hempen rope. So if we just like drape it across the thing evenly, so each half goes down. Gigroth, you go on that side. The 3 of us will start climbing down on this side.
all right.
And
So
we'll
you
just,
so you're
like,
gonna so you're gonna
counter
have
each other.
you're gonna have the rope kind of going over top of the or draped across both sides, and then Gurgroth's gonna climb down on one side and the other three on the other side at the
Yeah,
same
to, like,
time. So
counter-
you're like
yep.
so you're like counterweighted. Okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah, nice.
Works for me.
Yep.
Very clever.
Yep. And with that system, you guys are able to get down to the bottom, no problem.
Sweet.
My rope.
Can I is the water completely frozen, or is it like kind of like that saying, crispy and white? Or I can't remember that water frozen saying. If it's like
Didn't it just
crispy.
freeze in Texas? Don't you know what frozen water, aka ice, looks like?
Hey, the only ice I know is the one that comes out of my refrigerator.
Stop doxing our members.
No, it's just because there's a saying, and I heard it said on Futurama because I recently watched an episode, and I can't remember what it was. Something about ice being thicker if it's some type of color, and it's less thick if it's this type of color.
You can tell once you get down onto the ice, it's very, very thick. You're in no danger of this busting open and falling into the water.
How
Like,
many?
it is
seas
almost
in the
almost
thick?
frozen solid.
Gotcha.
Ronaldo
All right,
says
let's-
that's some thick ice.
That's some thick ice.
Like
That
half
3
ice.
feet. All right, let's move down to the mouth of the new cave.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone, make me a perception check as you get closer to the mouth of that cave.
15.
Dude, my rolls are so bad tonight. 8.
Nat 20.
Okay.
16.
All right. Akuma, Zymot, Gigroth, not only do you notice that the howling wind or the moaning wind, the sound of it is much stronger, but you can also smell like a spicy something cooking.
Can we tell from which direction the smell is coming from?
Yes, from that cavern, from that cave.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna keep the canary scouting.
Okay, so if you're gonna hang out at the mouth of the cave, you send your canary down there, and you find that there's a set of stairs and steps, not natural. These are man-made steps that go up into a room, and a little bit higher in elevation, and there is. You can see through your familiar that there are fresh blood paints the floor of this icy floor of this cavern. And then even more obvious are just tons of bones scattered about the floor of this room. And all sorts of bones, knucklehead trout spines, human skeletons and pieces, bones of small animals and birds, scraps of clothing and armor, a few rusty weapons. It's just like scattered all about this room.
Is there
So
any
you're
of
saying
that-
our party needs a necromancer?
Ronaldo, have you considered taking up a new trade?
I'm serious, guys. All I can do is just play the fiddle. I can't raise the dead.
We'll teach you yet. We'll teach you yet.
And if you can't raise them, annoy them to come out, attack the other people.
So do we want to? I mean, I'm guessing that there's
Ambush.
gotta be like, yeah, there's something up ahead. Do we want to like? How do we want to approach this?
I mean, we could.
What's
I would
the-
forward the room.
I would like I'd like initiative rolls from you guys at this point. Just
Okay.
so we can get an order of operations of what you guys want to do.
I didn't attack
Really?
anything.
Yeah,
I
that
This
doesn't
is-
matter. You can. I just want to like.
roll the 4.
I just want to make sure
So-
everyone
okay.
gets an opportunity to do things that they want to do. That's it. I promise you guys that's it.
I'm not
This is when I
saying
this
you're
is
a
when I come out
liar.
with the net. This is when I come out with the nat 20. Ugh, in an initiative 22.
17.
Zaimat?
19.
Can Scott.
Okay. All right.
What
So
about Ronaldo?
you guys are still at the mouth of this cave. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll take front, and then I guess I'd suggest to Akuma, hey, keep your canary like ahead so that it can like warn us when it's coming.
Akuma, make me a perception check as well. See if you get a little bit better understanding of this room.
4.
Nope. Sorry.
Nice talk.
All right. So Gigroth's going to move his movement forward to the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. Just your normal movement, or you're not taking a dash action or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, just your normal movement. Would you like to take an action?
I will. No. If it comes down to if something attacks, then I'll just attack. I'll just hold my action for that.
Okay. So you get to about that southernmost dip in that cave. So about halfway, a little more than halfway to the steps. Zaimat?
At that point, do I see anything? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you do not see anything at that point.
All right. So does he? You said he gets to the bottom of the steps,
A little bit
or
before
to the
the
top?
a little bit before the bottom, about a little more than halfway to the bottom of the steps. Each one of
Okay,
these
it's-
squares is 10 feet.
Got you. So it's safe to say that he has visual on the room, or no?
Well, you still have to go up these steps, which is at a higher elevation. So I would say Gigroth can't see over these steps.
Okay. Well, then if he can't see into it, I'm assuming whatever's in there can't see him. So I'm just gonna move behind him.
Okay. All right. Any actions at all?
I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Cyrus, you are up.
I think I am going to just follow up behind Zyma and Gigroth and
Okay.
just kind of like take the dodge action as well.
All right. Akuma.
I will move up and just kind of do another circle of the room with the canary.
Sure. Yeah. So as your action, make a perception check.
15.
15. Okay. You notice that sitting amongst the bones is a fully built skeleton of a that would be like frost giant sized. A giant skeleton that is still completely put together, that's kind of halfway partially encased in ice.
What happens when the canary lands on it?
When the canary lands on it, this skeleton begins to kind of move and awaken, but it is encased in ice. But the ice around it begins to crack, and you can hear through your canary the ice cracking and almost being ready to shatter as your canary lands on it.
Hey guys, the thing.
The thing.
What thing? There's a thing?
Big skeleton and ice block.
Like how big?
Oh, that thing.
Like it's bigger than you, Gigroth.
Like by like a foot, or like how big we're talking here?
Help me
I don't
out.
like
DM.
things
How
big.
big? How big is a frost giant?
It is
I
a
don't like
it's a huge structure.
Pretty big.
Big.
Do we want to collapse the bridge on it? Rancor style.
I don't know what you're referencing, but maybe we could try that.
Oh my god.
Could try that for sure. I haven't taken an action yet. Can I use my bonus action? Oh no, I have in rage mode.
All right. So
What if we just
then
wait?
I
I just have a
got
quick
an idea.
idea.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what
Go
if
ahead.
we just like kind of like post up behind the kind of behind the wall around the corner, and we use the canary to bait it out so we can get like opportunity attacks as soon as it steps around the corner or something.
That was gonna. Okay, so I had a similar idea. I was gonna post up behind the wall so he can't see me. For my action, I'm gonna do dash so I can get a little bit closer, and maybe by Akuma using your canary, maybe I can when he starts like I don't know if a skeleton can make any sounds like vocally or whatnot. Um, but if he does, Gigaroth knows giant, so maybe I can understand if he says some words.
all right,
Do you
so
guys
we
want
are
to attempt?
Go ahead.
Do you guys want to attempt to drop it through the ice if it's big enough?
I mean, we already said the ice is thick with 3 C's.
Oh, all right. Never mind. Yeah, it's a skeleton, so it probably won't have the same weight. All right, yeah, I'm done. I like you guys setting up an opportunity attack with it.
Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Okay. We're back at the top. Gigroth.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just use my regular 30 move towards that right behind that wall. That way I'm not in sight of wait, where exactly was the giant? Like to the north or to the south?
The giant would probably be to the south.
To the south. Okay.
Kind of in that little nook in the south of that room.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna creep up just until can't see.
Okay, creep up into the room.
Yeah, creep up just until like just to like kind of like because you said the stairs are elevated, so like and right where I can hear him like if he says any words, but also where he can't see me
Okay.
or it can.
All right. Zymot, your turn.
Okay, I would like to go back down the stairwell, and I'm going to take one of my spears, jam it into the ground, up against the wall. All right, so you see where the stairs start, correct? The one where it's like halfway and then it's kind of tapered off a little bit. You see it?
Yep.
Yep. On that little nook that's kind of blindsided, I'd like to jam that spear into the ground, tie my rope to it, and then I'm gonna run it so I button hook around that little lip that's the opposite side of that.
And set up like a
Does that make sense?
tripwire.
Yep. And then I'm gonna post up there, holding on to the rope, and I'm gonna kind of kick some of the snow and ice and stuff over the rope.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold my action to yank.
All right. Cyrus, your turn.
If I were to like say stand at the top of the stairs, say just before the tripwire, would I be able to see the skeleton?
The tripwire is at the bottom of the stairs, Zymot,
Oh,
or at the top of the stairs?
Nope, at the bottom.
Okay.
Because I can't
Okay.
hide. I can't hide at the top. Yep, I can't hide at the top. I will say though, I'll while I'm doing that, I'm gonna move Tomax next to Gigroth.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So
I guess I'll
Gigroth and
just,
Tomax are
like-
at the top of the stairs. You're at the bottom of the stairs with the tripwire.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is, at the top of the stairs, there's no way for me to hide. So
I
Okay.
guess I'll just like hide behind like Tomax and ready in action.
Okay. Akuma.
Up in the front with me.
I'm gonna, keep to the back of the group. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get this giant skeleton to follow my canary back towards us.
Okay. So you're gonna have your canary do like some little flapping things to like get its attention, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. You notice through your canary that the ice that's encasing this frost giant just continues to crack and break even further, but it is still stuck there on the ground.
I'm just gonna tell the group like, hey, maybe if we move quick, we can get a jump on this thing before it breaks out of the ice.
All right. Now all of that all that white that's there, is that ice or is that like kind of it like is snow?
the
Or
whole ground is in walls are covered in ice. It is very, very slick.
Gotcha.
We're back at the top, Gigroth.
Okay. I'm just trying to. I'm gonna go ahead and set my hunter's trap.
Ooh.
At the let's see that third line from the top.
On one of the steps, okay.
Oh yeah, on one of the steps. That third line from the top. Like I'm gonna set it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and is there any way for me to kind of make it like obscure? Kind of hide it.
Let's see here. I mean, there's not really snow on the ground or anything like that. But my guess, probably not the greatest way to obscure it.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm hoping that the canary will distract them and it will step on the trap.
Okay.
So after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and be like, you know what, Cyrus, let's go ahead and move back down. Placing the trap counts as an action. So would I be able to carry Cyrus with me?
No, you would have to, because grabbing Cyrus and taking him with you would be considered, or picking up Cyrus would be considered an action.
How about Cyrus
Okay,
just
well,
follows you?
Okay. I just in case, I want you to still have your 30 movement.
Okay.
I'll
but
survive.
yeah.
All right. So Gigroth sets his trap and then goes back down. All right, Zaimont, your turn.
Okay, hearing what Akuma said, I'd like to drop the rope, leave it there,
Mm-hmm.
go my full movement up the stairs.
Okay.
I see Gigroth doing his trap, so I'm gonna bypass that.
Okay.
And then using my full movement, how far away from the statued golem am I? Or the skeleton?
What's your movement?
My movement is 30 feet.
So 1, 2, 3. You would be like 20 feet away from the frost giant skeleton.
Excellent. Perfect. Tomac's special movement or special action moves to the thing, spinning the glaive like a helicopter and jams it, double-fisted jams it right through the ice to this thing's, let's go for its vertebrae. Let's try to make this thing immobile. So let's go try to clip it at the hip bone.
Okay. Make me that attack roll with advantage, because this thing can't move right now.
Oh, wait. That was okay, cool. 19?
What's incapacitated? I think there's special rules for that.
Incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. What is the one that we did with hold person? Because hold person like let me like just lay into him like nobody's business. Oh, is that restrained?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you get to make that attack with advantage, and you said you rolled like an 18.
19. Yeah.
19. That is definitely a hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. And this is not auto critting, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, need some big rolls. That is not a big roll. 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then I will unleash incarnation to attack again
Mm-hmm.
for a 21.
That's a hit.
Okay. Oh my god, it was at 7. It rolled the 1. 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to action surge yet. This thing was encased in ice, so this can't be the big bad. Nope. I'm gonna hold here.
Okay. Cyrus, your turn.
So where am I currently?
You said you went back down the steps on your last turn?
Wait.
No, he was
so-
behind Tomax. He said he was behind Tomax.
What
yeah,
did-
I guess I'm not 100% sure where everyone's at.
What did you Okay, so right now you have the frost giant kind of in that cove, the southern cove. Tomax is right up next to it beating it. We have Gigroth's trap at the top of the steps. We have
Okay.
and Zymot is at the top of the steps as well.
Hello.
Then we have Gigroth's trap at the top of the steps. At the bottom of the steps, we have the tripwire. And then I believe you went back down. You were up top originally behind Gigroth.
Mhm.
And then when Gigroth came back down, you followed him down as well.
Okay, so I'm down at the bottom of the steps. Can I see the ice thing?
The
The
ice
skeleton?
thing. You cannot. Not from the bottom of the steps. These steps
Okay.
climb up like 15 feet or so.
So it's climbing up into the room with
Yes.
the skeleton.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna climb my way up the steps and try to avoid the traps that they have set as best as I can,
Mm-hmm.
just so I can be within sight of the skeleton.
Okay.
And the only person standing next to it is Tomax.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna cast Shatter on it.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
So, Shatter is like a DC, like, I'm pulling up the spell right now.
It's like a
A
wisdom.
DC 13 Constitution saving throw. However, a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried. Never mind. A creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. Would you say like the bone / the ice would be inorganic?
Bone is organic metal, or is organic material, so it will not have
Okay.
disadvantage on this.
Okay, but the ice would probably shatter immediately.
Likely, yes. Right? Because
Okay.
does it shatter stuff around?
Yeah, it says everything within the 10-foot sphere. It says anything that isn't being worn or carried that's non-magical also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay. Yeah, so that would shatter the ice that's currently keeping it immobile.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways.
Okay.
It is. Does there need to be a saving throw or anything?
Yes. What's the stat I use? Wisdom?
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay. I rolled a 12.
It's a 13.
Okay. How much damage does this thing take?
14 damage.
All right.
Thunder damage, if that matters.
It does not here. Okay.
Okay.
14 damage. Okay.
Hi, Charlie.
And then the ice, the ice that's keeping this thing keeping this thing grounded shatters. And then kind of falls as like little snowflakes and ice flakes to the ground after that ice shatters.
Would you say I have any movement left?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm done then.
Okay. So you're at the top of the steps then next to Zymot. All right. Akuma, you are up.
I assume I heard what just happened,
Yes, you do.
and it would be like full movement speed to get back up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the distance on that? With my familiar, can I cast magic missiles and still hit like the skeleton? Because like I see it and know where it's at in the room.
Yeah, definitely. If you can cast your spells through your familiar, yes, you could cast magic missiles and hit the frost giant.
I can't cast magic missiles through my familiar, but it has a range of 120 feet.
Do you have to have line of sight, I assume?
Says that each dart hits a creature of my choice that I can see within range.
yeah,
so I didn't know.
You
Okay.
can see it through your familiar, but then your magic missiles gets generated from you and kind of like curves around this, goes up the steps and curves around and can hit this frost giant. So I would say, yeah, I would say you can, because you can see this.
I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Okay.
So 4, 7 total. 11 total. And 15 damage total.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it takes all of that.
And I'm gonna hold here.
Okay. All right. This skeleton has a great axe at its side, and it uses that great axe to prop itself up and stand up, and then it rears back and takes a huge swing at Tomax.
Hold.
Let's see here. That is a 26.
He dissipates.
All right. And let's see here. So uses movement speed, and then I guess no one else is right next to it, other than the canary, I guess. The frost giant will look around and take a big swing at the canary as well. Try to kind of like baseball bat it out of the air, and that's a 20.
I don't know what the AC is, but yeah.
I would assume it's less than 20.
It dissipates.
Poof! Canary feathers go flying. All right, Gigroth, you are up.
All right.
So you, Zymot, and Cyrus and Akuma are all kind of clustered at the top of the stairs. Well, no, Akuma's at the bottom of the stairs. Never mind. But the three of you, Zymot, Cyrus, and Gigroth, are at the top of the stairs.
I thought I was at the bottom.
I thought you said that you went up last round. Maybe not. Never mind. All right, so if you're at the bottom of the stairs, that's fine.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. How did I get back up there? All right. You know what? I will. For my movement, I'll go ahead and go back all the way up to the stairs, and I'll try to see if I can communicate with Frost Giant.
You're gonna try and do what with it?
Communicate with it.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking, since it's a Frost Giant, even though it's a skeleton, maybe it could still understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's a Frost Giant, will it still understand the giant language?
I mean, you can certainly try. You can certainly
Okay.
try to communicate with it.
Okay. Just like wait, what time of day did we roll up in here?
Well, it took you 4 hours. You had your meeting, so you can, and with your exploration, it's probably after midday right now.
Alright. But like, well, howdy do? Good afternoon.
Its head, it's got these like big giant demon horns coming from the back of its skull, and its glowing blue eyes just turns its gaze upon you.
Just like with this big smile, going like,
Well, yeah, it's a skull, right? Like you.
no,
so
no, I'm,
there's
I'm
no
talking
facial
about
features.
Gigroth when I. No, I'm talking about Gigroth. He just walked up and like, howdy do? How you doing?
Yes, and this thing, you immediately got its attention.
Awesome. I was like, what brings you to this side of the neighborhood?
No response.
No response. Okay. Can I do like a perception check, maybe an investigation check? I don't know, something that stands out from the monster, from the skeleton. Maybe any weak points, I don't know, like maybe there's some part of it that's like special or stands out.
Yeah, make me let's see here. I would take a nature check. I would take a let's see here. Nature check, a perception check. Probably not investigation though.
Oh, my bad. I said investigation. I meant more like insight.
Insight would not apply here. Unless you're trying to read its body language, right? Is that what you're trying to do? Like try to glean what its response is to what you're saying?
Yes, and like, well, that and like what I was saying before, like if there's any weaknesses to the skeleton, just in case it like becomes hostile.
Those would both be different checks. You wouldn't be able to get those all from one. So
would I be able to make both of those in my one turn?
No, because making a check is an action.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'll first go with the insight check.
Okay.
To read its body language.
Okay.
12.
It's pissed. It hates you. You got its attention, and this thing wants to murder you. You know
why?
It. You
Can
know.
you ascertain why?
You know that it understood you when you spoke to it. But this thing has one goal that it has in its mind right now, and that is to destroy you. Okay. Zymot's turn.
All right, I will bonus action resummon Tomax behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And attack.
Yep.
And now this is just a straight roll, correct?
Yeah, this is your attack roll. You get Tomax's attack bonus to it.
8.
8 is not going to hit.
Okay, and I will unleash Incarnation to attack again.
Yep.
Really quickly, sorry, but would am I directly in front of the skeleton?
No, it's still in that cove. The skeleton's still in that cove, and you guys are kind of like at the top of the steps.
Okay. Just sorry, I didn't see interrupt. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. You're still like 30 feet away or 25 feet away from this thing.
Okay.
Second attack.
23 to hit, and then 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay, slashing damage. So 7 would bring it down to that. Okay.
And then I will hold my position.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cyrus.
I'm going to cast. I guess I'll just cast Bane on it. It must make a Charisma saving throw.
Okay.
And
I like that.
I don't know if you guys know anything about skeletons, but they're not exactly the most charismatic of fellows.
Believe it or not, I did consider that when choosing this spell specifically. So they must make a DC 13 Charisma saving.
Oh God, I got -3 on this roll. -1. Pretty awesome roll there by me. It
Does
does
that mean it's a critical failure? He gets 2d4 subtracted from his attack rolls.
No, it was not a critical failure. Okay, so he's gonna get -4 from his attack rolls.
A d4 subtracted from his attack rolls and saving throws while I have this concentration up.
Okay. He is now baned.
Okay, I'm gonna use my movement to like hide behind either Zyma or Gigroth, whoever's closer.
Okay, so you're just gonna kind of shimmy behind them.
Yeah, shimmy in. Shimmy,
Okay,
shimmy, shimmy.
Akuma,
And
your
then
turn.
hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I have
Sorry,
a
sorry.
bonus action. Quick bonus action. I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration dice to Zymots.
All
I'm
right,
gonna be like, you could do it, buddy.
Zyma.
Oh man, thank you so much, Rolando. I really appreciate the words of encouragement. That should be our new theme song.
I'm gonna retract that bardic inspiration.
Okay, Akuma, you are up.
How close do I need to get to deliver a spell with range of 30 or 60 feet?
Of 60 feet, bottom of the steps. So you could do that where you're at right now.
Okay. I guess I will stay where I'm at then, and I'm going to attempt to Ray of Frost this giant skeleton.
Okay, so you can see. Oh no, you can't see it now though.
Okay.
Because your canary is poofed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking, like elevation, like because I don't really want to go all the way up to the top of the steps.
Yeah,
I'm just,
you won't be able to get line of sight until you're near the top of the steps.
And then how much further is it from there to the skeleton?
Like 40 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'll venture up to like that almost to the top of the
Okay,
steps.
so you're kind of like near Gigroth's trap.
Yeah, but not stepping on it, obviously.
Right. Obviously.
So I will try to Ray of Frost this thing.
You got it.
I'm gonna guess a 12 doesn't hit.
12 does not hit.
Cool. Any bonus actions I want to take? No. I'll pass my turn.
Okay. Frost Giant has its gaze upon Gigroth and
alone.
and is going to take a big giant step towards Gigroth, and it takes these big lumbering steps towards it. It's moving out of Tomax's range.
Thank you very much. You read my mind. Come on, good roll. 18.
That is going to do it.
All right. For 8 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and it will hamstring him.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Brendan.
So he cannot move any further. You can't move this turn, right?
Correct.
Nice.
So Tomax takes the glaive and swipes kind of like at the back of his knee and connects, and this thing stops dead in its track, but then turns its gaze to Tomax, turns around, raises the axe, his great axe, above his head, and swings down on Tomax. So instead of a +9 because of this gaze, I got a minus a d4. 4 plus 9 is a 13. So I'm assuming that's not going to hit.
Ooh, yep. He dodges.
Okay, but I would have -2 from that. So Tomax dodges that one. I'm going to make another swing.
No.
He gets 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
Oh yeah, this dude's huge. Okay, 4 plus 9 is not going to be enough. That's another 13. -1 is 12. Does that hit?
Nope.
12
that
does
does
not.
not hit either.
Okay.
Champion.
All right. Gigroth is up. We lost him. Meanwhile, Ronaldo's at the bottom of the stairs. Are you guys okay? Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I hear lots of commotion up there.
Ronaldo, if you can like play us a song, that would really help us out right now.
He pulls out his fiddle and he starts playing "The Devil Went Down to 10 Pounds."
Okay, I guess I can do that. And he pulls out his fiddle and he starts playing the same song that he knows in the inn about the white lady and the ship sinking, and because it's the only song he knows. But there's a noticeable shakiness in his voice.
But the tempo is
Are
just
we?
wicked.
Do we feel inspired?
No,
Oh,
he's
okay.
not. He's not even a bard. He's just a random
Not with that
commoner.
He's got a fiddle though.
Doesn't matter. What, common people can't play instruments?
No, I
Gigroth's turn.
assumed they would just be bards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gigroth, it's your turn.
Okay. One sec. Okay. Sorry. Let since it seems pretty pissed. I don't see any reason why we should try to speak with it. So, as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and go into rage mode.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Let's see them Gigroth rage emotes in chat.
Hicks ya. I'm going ballistic.
All right. You have entered your rage. Roar! Let out a roar. And what would you like to do?
Yeah. See, there's a couple of things I can do. If I move behind him directly, do I get advantage on my attack roll since that's flanking?
No. No, we don't do flanking rules, I guess.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and do a. Should I against somebody like this? Should I go do reckless? A reckless attack.
Okay.
Against something like this.
So you reckless attack gives you advantage against the target.
Yeah, advantage on attack rolls during my turn. Now I do have a question about it though.
Mhm.
It does say. Hold on. Oh, it says gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength this turn. Now when it says rolls, does that mean for both times that I attack, or
Yes.
just for that first
Nope.
attack?
I believe it's any time that you're going to use a strength action. So yeah, that's going to be your attacks, strength saving throws. Absolutely. So it's gonna be all your attacks. You get to apply that.
No, not rage, but reckless attack. It says when you make your first attack on your turn, you decide to attack recklessly. Gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so it just isn't specifically just my first attack.
Correct.
Because,
It'll
I
be
have
all
two
of your.
hand
It'll be
axes.
all of your attacks.
Okay, cool. I was kind of like iffy on that. I wasn't. Too
Nope. Yep.
understanding.
Anytime.
Okay, well,
Anytime you make at second level and on, anytime you make an attack, or a strength based attack, you can do so recklessly.
Okay, cool. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and get behind him, and I'm gonna attack him in the back of his with my axe. And let's
With
do
your
some
you
rolls.
got a big great axe, or you're
The
using
hand
hand
axes.
axes. Hand axes. Okay.
Yeah. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's roll for some damage. All right. So 8 plus 2, so that's 10 slashing damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Now the movement that it took me to go from where I was to where he is, how much movement?
Let's see. If you were at the top of the steps, that would be 20 feet.
Okay. No, I don't want to cause an opportunity attack, so I'll just stay myself there.
All right, and you're only going to attack with one hand axe. You don't want to make a second attack.
No, because my bonus action was going into rage.
Gotcha. Okay.
But wait, actually, ooh, Okay, I'm gonna move 10 feet away because my eagle totem, when I'm in raging mode, creatures have disadvantage on opportunity attacks against me.
Okay, so you're gonna move up and then you're gonna back away.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
like back away like 10 feet.
All right. So he's going to make that opportunity attack, but he has disadvantage. Nope, is not going to hit. I rolled a 3, and then I still have a minus D4 from that. So yeah, he's not going to be able to hit you. He tries to swing at you with his great axe, but misses. Actually goes over your head.
Yes, this is coming in handy so much.
Okay. Zymot, your turn.
Well done, well done. All right, Tomax is back at it. He's like, he jumps over the first slash, ducks under the other. He's like, whoa, I don't need a haircut right now. You're one evil dude, man. We just broke out some ice. You need to chill out. And he will
Love it.
attack
Okay, Mr.
for,
Freeze.
16.
That's a hit.
Thank goodness. Oh gosh, these damage rolls are killing me. I'm gonna take Great Weapon Master. 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I feel like we are still gonna fight someone after this, so I'm a hold.
All right. Cyrus, your turn.
I am going to just go ahead and cast Vicious Mockery on the Skeleman.
Mm-hmm.
Make fun of his vacuum.
You say, tell him he got a short thigh or small thigh. I don't know.
Okay, it's a Wisdom saving throw, DC 13, and I believe Bane does affect that as well.
Okay. Well, that's 19 minus 1 is 18 minus a D4
He
is
succeeds.
15.
He is far too wise for this.
He doesn't find whatever you said to him funny, very funny at all. He is not amused.
Hold on, let me think of something really bad to say. It's like, you need to cool off. Like my delivery is really bad on it. Like it's like,
Yeah, what Tomax said. You gotta cool down, guy.
yeah, I like the like he stutters in there. You need to cool off.
All right. Would you like to take any movement, or what would you like to do?
As far back from it as I can move without setting off the trap.
Okay.
He would like to hide in a hole.
All right. So you
Actually,
move
is there a
down to
hole?
where
Can I
Akuma
hide?
is then.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Because you still want to maintain sight on this thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're where Akuma is by the trap. And then we're at Akuma now.
All right. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on this attack roll.
Okay.
And then I am pasting you something in group chat for the Tides of Chaos ruling. And I'm going to attempt to Ray of Frost this guy again.
Okay.
So didn't need it, I'm guessing, because first roll is a 19.
A 19 hits, yeah.
And then max damage of 8.
Okay. I gotta find this. Sorry, I can't bring it up in chat without losing you guys. Or I
I'm
can't.
sorry. Never mind.
It's on your character sheet, right?
Yep. It's under actions and then it features and traits as well.
Okay, you want to read that off for me real quick?
Yeah, once per long rest, you gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Before you regain use of this feature, the DM can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. After you cast a first level or higher spell, you then regain use of this feature.
Okay, so until your next long rest, I can have you do your wild magic when you cast a first level spell.
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect.
And then Ray of Frost, he is slowed by 10 feet until the start of my turn.
Oh, okay. So the Ray of Frost, that was cold damage?
Yep.
Okay, so you can tell he doesn't take all of that damage.
Is he still slowed down though?
Yeah, he'll still be slowed. Actually, you can tell he doesn't take any of that damage.
Oh, jeez. I was figuring it would be, resistance. I was
I was hoping it had like I was hoping it had arthritis or like, oh my bones, it's cold.
It's
Maybe
cold.
you
They're
should
so
use
old
the
and brittle
opposite
now.
of that thing.
Okay. Yeah, so your Ray of Frost connects, but you can tell that this thing does not take any damage at all from it.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna hold fast.
Okay. All right, so it's this thing's turn. He's going to first. Tomax is the nearest thing, so you can see his jaw drop. No audible sound comes out, and takes a big old swing down at Tomax with this great axe. 9 plus 9 is 18. Minus a D4 is going to be 15.
Misses.
Bane
my
doing
God.
some work.
Ooh, Bane MVP.
All right, gonna do it again. Oh, and that's a natural 20. That's gonna connect for sure.
Yep, he dissipates in a poof of ice and snow.
All right. And then he's going to move. He's going to move towards Gigroth. I mean, Gigroth's the one that's got his attention. So he's going to move his 10 feet to get right up next to Gigroth. And it is now Gigroth's turn.
All right. All right. I don't have Tomax there anymore. The whole opportunity work out for.
Yeah, he's this dude's up in your grill.
But so I'll shout out on your next chance, summon Tomax again and attack him. To Zymot, I shout that out to Zymot. Behind him, I say. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do reckless attack again.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to slash at him with my hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
See, that is a 13. Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
No. Now I'm going to try and hit him with my second axe.
Yep. So you use your bonus action to attack with your other hand axe.
That does not connect.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move 20 feet away from this guy, and
Okay.
he has disadvantage on opportunity.
Are you going to stay in the room, or are you going to go back down the steps? Where would you like to move?
Let me see. Specifically, I'm gonna move towards like the northern dip, or
Okay.
like that northern.
Yep. Where
part of
that
the
cavern, where that
cave.
cave is. Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to try and make his attack against you. He has disadvantage. That's a 17, and that's a 16. 16 plus 9 is 25 minus my D4. 22.
That does hit.
Did I connect? Oh, man. Finally, you get to do some damage. All right, I'm going to roll one of these D12s. I'm going to roll it again. I'm going to roll it again. Take 26 points of damage.
I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance as a reaction. Reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 2. Once per short rest.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
I let him use a portent
Please.
roll on that.
Please. Why? Fucking why? Okay, what's 1 plus 2? 3? So what's 23 damage?
Take 23 damage.
God damn it.
You don't gain... Your rage or nothing doesn't allow you to take half damage, right?
Actually, it does. I forgot about that.
This
and it's my
this would
character, I forgot
be
about it.
this would be slashing damage.
All right, so half of 23 is what, like 11 and a half. So do I round up or down?
You can do the math the other way too. So you can have it and then subtract from your thing. You always do it what's going to yield the best result.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. So 26,
So half of
13
26 is going to be
minus 3,
13 minus 3, so 10.
All right. Okay. So not as bad. Not as bad. Oof. Oof. Just oof.
Yeah, this thing hits hard.
Ah, man. I really wish I would have done some fucking damage with those hand axes.
Okay. All right. And because it hit you, right? You don't get to move, or is that a sentinel thing? No, that's
it is under Sentinel,
okay. That's a
so I
sentinel
believe
thing.
he still gets.
Yeah,
to
you
move,
still get to move, but you're gonna take that damage. All right,
He
Zymot,
just
your
gets
turn.
he just gets nearly killed in one shot before running away.
Yep. Zymot, your turn.
Oof.
All right. Bonus action: summon Tomax behind the giant,
Mm-hmm.
and Tomax is like, "Why you gotta be giving me the cold shoulder, man?"
I'm logging
And-
off.
Oh my gosh.
No crit chat tonight, guys. See you later.
22 to hit.
22 is a hit. Yes.
All right, and that is these damage rolls. 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Unleash Incarnation. Attack again.
Uh-huh.
15.
15 is a hit.
Thank
Nice.
goodness. Come on, give me. Oh my God, 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. This thing's still up.
You're doing damage.
This thing has so many hit
and-
points.
Yep, I'm a hold. I'm gonna hold what I got. Hold.
All right, Cyrus, your turn.
Let's try that vicious mockery again.
You're gonna make
Wisdom
him
saving
laugh.
throw.
Try to make him laugh. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 15 minus 1 is 14 minus a d4 minus 3 is 11.
That is a failure. It was a 13.
Okay. That Bane coming in handy. All right.
Yeah. I yell out to him, "Hey, buddy, our pet lizard has a bigger baculum than you."
Vacuum.
All right. So what happens? He starts laughing and then falls over?
No, this one, he takes 1 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then he has disadvantage on his next attack roll for the next turn. So his first attack, he has disadvantage.
Okay. -4 and disadvantage. Jeez. Just stacking the debuffs. Okay, Akuma. Unless you'd like to move, Cyrus. I assume you're staying in this staying put.
Yep.
Okay. Akuma's up.
I think we're just gonna try to firebolt.
All right.
Gee, a mini cricket. Should have used the surge on this one. I rolled a 5.
5 is not going to hit. Is that a level 1 spell? No, that's a cantrip.
Cantrip.
All right. Dang it.
I thought about casting magic missiles just to make you happy.
Man, I want to use your wild magic so badly.
We haven't used it yet, have we?
No, we have not.
How far can I move down the stairs while still maintaining line of sight?
You are at the last. You're at the last point. Like you're at the maximum distance to still maintain eyesight.
Okay, even with him moving.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna proactively step over Gigroth's step and back off another 10 feet
Okay.
down the steps. And end my turn.
All right. This thing is going to continue walking towards Gigroth. Tomax is going to get an opportunity attack here from behind.
Yes. Modified 20.
Jeez. Okay.
8 points of slashing damage.
All right. So the thing doesn't move, can't move, takes that damage, turns around, and is going to swing his great axe at Tomax. Tomax the tank.
Dude,
Can't
Tomax
stop
takes so many hits.
He has
stop,
disadvantage
won't
on
stop.
this. So first roll's a 13. Next one's an 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. Minus 4 is 13.
He misses.
Oh,
Did he
boy.
miss with both attacks?
No, the first attack would have hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's the first attack, I guess.
Yeah.
But he had disadvantage. All right, second attack against Tomax. This one he doesn't have disadvantage on. 28 minus a d4, 24.
Yep. Goodbye.
Poof. Gone again. Gigroth, you're up.
Yay. Do I want Gigroth says, "Fuck it!" All right, he's gonna run up to the he's gonna run up to the skeleton, thinking that he just like poofed Zymot, the real Zymot, out of existence. You bastard!
You killed my Zymot. You killed my
You
friend.
killed my little. You killed my little Zymot. No reckless attack or fuck it. I'm gonna go again. Reckless attack. So let's see. All right. Okay. I got advantage, so does 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Yes. Okay. Get some damage up in this mud. Five plus 2, so he gets 7 slashing damage, and then as my
Okay.
bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and go for that other attack.
Mm-hmm.
22 mod.
That's gonna hit.
4, so that's another, and I don't get my proficiency bonus, so that's 6 slashing damage.
Would you like to describe how this frost giant skeleton dies?
Nice.
Yes. So, I would say that in the motion that that lumberjacks just hack through wood, he just uses his hand axe and he just slices through the leg of his through the bone marrow on his leg, and as the skeleton falls down to his knee, I just jump up and with a one more strike, just fucking break the vertebrae from his head.
All right. And his head, you break it, and it's kind of like dangling there off to the side, and then falls onto the floor, and the rest of his body and bones just kind of fall apart and fall to the floor as well.
You just got boned.
Oh, he said the thing.
Oh.
You said the thing.
And then the boat capsized, but we don't know why. Was it the white lady? Was he scared to die? All right.
Oh my god.
You guys,
You were absolutely fantastic.
you guys-
Great job.
you guys doing okay up there?
Yeah, just A-okay.
Okay, good, good. Is it all right to come up?
Yeah, come up here. See,
Just watch the trap.
yeah, watch
Oh,
the trap.
okay.
We don't need you getting hurt.
Ronaldo comes up the steps. Holy shit! What the heck was that thing?
See, where I come from, we call these frost giants.
Frost
It looks like a
giant.
skeleton,
Skeleton.
Gigroth.
A skeleton.
The skeleton of a frost giant.
Of
Let
a
me finish,
frost giant.
Cyrus.
Okay.
Friends, I hate to say it, but this thing was encased in ice. So, I highly doubt that this is what has the sailors. Something else lives in here. We should be on our toes.
I agree.
That
Um,
smell, that aroma of something cooking spicy is very strong.
Oh, it smells
Can-
so good. I'm so hungry. We should have eaten before we came out here. Why did we not get breakfast?
I still got my rations.
Can we identify any of the corpses that were in this room as fishermen?
Let's see here. Yes. No. You can the all of the bones in this room. You don't identify any of them as like there. You can definitely tell humanoid bones, but nothing is put together enough to like discern that yes, this is one of the missing fishermen or anything like that.
And are there any markings on the walls, like in the other areas we've been?
There are not. There's blood splattered on the wall, but there's no discernible markings.
Can I inspect the bone of the frost giant? Maybe there's some magical markings, some symbols that's why the skeleton reanimated. Maybe check the inside of the skull.
Can we take the
Yes.
skull with us?
Yes. Make me an investigation check.
It's 18.
An 18. Yes, inside of the skull head, you notice a marking that's like of a dragon head with a sword going straight up through it.
Wait a minute.
Does anybody have like a pen and paper? And then I'm just gonna like jot this symbol down.
Have we seen that before?
So all of you see this marking?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
No?
tell them, everybody, come inside, come inside. Look what I found.
Hmm. Akuma, you've seen this before.
Yeah, I think I start having like cold sweats.
Are you okay, my friend? It's you're sweating. It's a little chilly in here. Were you excited from combat? It's over now. It's okay.
Huber used those for his necromancy.
What
Who's Huber?
necromancy? This is not good.
Without getting too deep into my past, he was not a kind man who kidnapped me for some time.
Oh.
Want a hug?
Don't touch me.
I'll just pat him on the back, like you'll
So-
be okay. Like
do
where
you-
did he touch you?
So do you think this is Huber's?
Seriously, good
this,
Groth. That's
this Huber's
fucked up,
doing,
dude.
or do you think this is just generic necromancy?
I mean, that I can't tell you. I don't know enough about necromancy to know if Huber had his own special flavor or if this is just generic. But I know that this is necromantic at least.
Well, this is. Alright, well then, gentlemen, I'm afraid that we're going to have to essentially cleanse this area because we cannot have some type of dark magic here. Ronaldo, it's time for you to earn your pay, my friend. I need you.
Okay.
It's alright, I promise. Nothing will come of you. I need you to stand over there towards where the giant was and play our theme song as loud as you possibly can.
Okay.
Before he does that, I'm gonna cast a first level Cure Wounds on Gigroth.
Appreciate it, dog.
Okay. Okay, if you say so. And he goes over and he plays the only song that he knows as loud as he can.
You heal 8.
That's almost the amount I lost. Like, I'm surprised I only lost 10 that round. Like he said 26 and I lost my shit.
Make me everyone make me a perception check.
I would like, when he starts playing, I would like to set us up in an ambush type position if that's possible. 16 for Zymot.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
9 for Cyrus.
All right. Zymot, you can hear a faint cackling sound. Like there's always this kind of moaning hollow wind sound, coming through the caves, but you hear a distinct woman's cackle.
Is it coming from the north or the way we came?
It's coming from the east.
Wait. And we if I'm correct, we're in the place with the pot, right? Or
No. You are in that smaller area to the west.
Oh, well, oh, man. Okay, I was completely misorientated. Oh, crap.
Me
Well,
too.
that
I thought we
sucks.
were in the same room with the pot as well.
Nope. You're in
crap.
that
Well-
small little area.
Well, then him playing the music was kind of pointless. Damn it. Okay, fine. We can salvage this. I will signal for Ronaldo to keep playing, and then for everyone to kind of circle up and point in the direction of the cackling.
Okay.
Shouldn't we send a just real quick? If that's okay with you.
You want to send like a familiar in there or something?
I hate to table talk, guys, but it is 10:18 already my time.
Okay. Yeah, I was planning on wrapping this up very, very soon.
Okay. I mean, do you guys want me to use Find Familiar and scout it?
Nah, let's charge.
Okay.
You gotta go to bed.
Alright.
We got this.
Alright,
I'm gonna bolt once I signal to everyone. I'm gonna bolt down to the east.
Okay. All right.
And send. No, I guess I'll special action Tomax to move him instead of sending him in front of me. That way I could surprise whatever that cackling is.
Okay.
All right, I'll follow Zymot's lead as backup. Stick to him like
All right.
butterfinger on fingers.
You charge down, though there are some steps, and they actually go down this time.
Mm-hmm.
As you get to that bottom of those steps, there is a very, very large cauldron in the middle of this room. And behind that cauldron, you can see a decrepit old woman in old tattered furs just kind of hanging from her, like this cold weather gear. And you can see her messing with this big cauldron, almost like stirring it with a big like wooden stick. Yes.
I would like to attack.
Hold on. Hold on for
she's
1
making
second.
jambalaya.
And then
Jambalaya will be there after she's dead.
you also see that beside her is a stone block, a very large stone block. And heaped over and around this block are rusty hatches and 4 flayed corpses. And this old woman is cackling as she stirs this cauldron. And that is where we will end the session tonight.
Oh man, can I make a perception check real quick to see if the corpse
No,
is...
we're gonna call it there. We're gonna call it there. Okay, so that's gonna be it for us tonight. Thanks everyone. I leaving on a cliffhanger again. So thanks everyone for joining. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Crit Chat. We'll try to keep it short for Akuma, as short as we can. And 5 minutes, 5-minute break. We will return shortly. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Okay.
I
Hey, go ahead. You can continue talking. Don't let me. But we're back. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Yeah, go ahead. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys saying?
I had just mentioned that it was pretty interesting of the connection that Akuma made with the symbol of the dragon with the sword. Cyrus was just mentioning, maybe we can ask about that information from acquisition. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. That's the first thing that we've really delved into Akuma's backstory, right? Like we've gotten a little bit of Cyrus with his connection to the Zents and things and what's going to happen there. But this is the first time we've seen really anything from Akuma.
Yeah, and that's I don't know, maybe that'll unravel some more as we go. I know that's just kind of like a big dump there. But hopefully I played along well with what you were going for.
Sure. Yeah. No, you definitely did. I don't want to give spoilers or anything about what's, what could come or to happen with that, but this was a perfect opportunity to start working in a little bit more of your character.
I'm going to ask a teaser question for everyone else. Did my bad perception roll on the other room with markings throw off a secret spoiler for me?
No, it did not.
Okay. I've been getting antsy for my secret, but
this is a very long campaign. There's a lot going on, and we'll get to your secret. I promise we will. I promise we will. Yeah, so cool. A lot of progress tonight. Learning more about East Haven and meeting with the speaker there. Trying to unravel things with the Zents. You have things in motion there.
Scarring Ronaldo for life.
Oh yeah, Ronaldo's. He's gonna need serious therapy after he's done with you guys.
Orientation will fix that.
I guess we are part of a
brainwashing.
cult.
Brainwashing, exactly. You just dunk them in the water a few times.
Man.
Jesus.
I know
Throw
what
some
you guys are
soap in.
talking about.
And now this old lady that you found.
Yeah, who's making jambalaya for some reason next to a pile of dead bodies.
Yep.
I don't think that meets standard health code,
We're-
regulations, but
Yeah, you guys aren't gonna fight. We're here with the we're part of the health department. We're just making sure that you have sanitary conditions for this kitchen.
Are those corpses a good distance away from that cauldron?
There's this stone pedestal that's probably, I don't know, 5 feet or so away from it. Like it's pretty.
No, I mean as far
pretty
as
close.
health inspection.
Oh yeah.
goes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You have to maintain at least 10 feet between your
Corpses in
prep
your stew.
table and your cooking.
yeah, we all just pull out like fucking like clipboards and everything and pens, and we're just like marking it down, just like shaking our heads like.
And how old is this meat?
Ronaldo
Yeah,
I
had-
think based on the
Ronaldo-
smell, it's at least a few days.
Ronaldo just keeps playing completely not knowing what's going on. He's just kind of playing but looking over at everyone like, what is going on?
Yeah, he's gonna be so scarred for life after this encounter.
I don't think he's gonna. I
Yeah,
don't think he's gonna want to do a seance with you guys anymore.
I don't think he's gonna want to do anything with you guys again after this. He'll definitely have some new material to write with, to write music with.
Well, good for
He's gonna
him.
be like-
He needs it.
He's just gonna be one of those sad, depressed musicians. Like, hey guys, I got a song to sing. It's about.
Wow, that makes me really sad that we just completely took this like jovial, upbeat character who had like this, even though it was really like one-dimensional, this zest for life, and we just totally just destroyed that. That legitimately bums me out.
See,
That's not
really-
true. We're adding spice to his life.
I feel like we. did
He'll
a
at
lot.
least have at least one more song to sing. The tales of the adventurers who went into this cave and killed this thing and tortured a midget dwarf or tiny dwarf. Sorry, I guess midget's not proper. This,
Think about how much more like zest for life he's gonna have after this adventure, right? Like we've given him something that no night at the bar could possibly do for him.
If anything,
That's
he
true.
just
We'll just have
becomes
to
a
like
shut-in.
persuade him at the end of this to like be like, try to like give him a new lease on life or try and take it in the right way, I guess.
I mean,
Like this.
we got other
this is how-
boxes.
yeah.
Nah, just this is the way the world works, buddy. This is the real deal. All right, you're not gonna get as much raw material as you're getting right now.
I just want to go back
feel
to,
like if we-
to singing my songs in the tavern, in the inn.
Your
Please.
songs are shit.
I just want to sing
Jesus
my songs.
Christ, Gigroth.
Oh my gosh.
I'm tired of your bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else there is to go over here. Like, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to add to it or talk about.
Yeah, so the old lady, that's Maudin. If I had to,
It's Maud. If you had to venture a guess,
yeah. Okay, it's Maud. In my handwriting, it looks like Maudin, but it's Maud in the cave,
yes, Maud in the cave.
and she can open the treasure.
Oh, so we get,
Mm.
but I wanted a submersible beholder. Man.
You wanted
That-
a
What are you
beholder
guys talking
submarine?
about?
Yeah, heck yeah. I
Don't
did.
worry, guys. We could just like negotiate with Maud and be like, "Hey, cannibal lady, maybe we can work out a business arrangement."
She'll totally be up for that.
I mean, you
Uh,
make some corpses that can mine some ore, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
You want to reanimate some bodies? We supply you with some bodies, some cat.
We got some-
butthole.
We got some fresh bodies over at Goodmead. just buried them. They're still preserved because of all the ice and snow.
Yeah,
Well-
we got some guy. His name is he's like a lumberjack.
You guys are gonna
he died pretty
trade-
quickly.
You guys are gonna trade bodies for her knowledge. Like, hey, Ronaldo, we'll give you Ronaldo if you give us this treasure.
Wow, I'm not trading Ronaldo for no.
At
I was
least
thinking
know
dead
what
body.
horse
Trade the
is.
trade the dwarf. Trade dirt
Oh yeah,
for
I'm
the
up for
treasure.
that.
For sure.
I mean,
for
that would
sure.
still scar Ronaldo. Poor Ronaldo.
Oh man. All right. If that's it, if no one has any questions or anything else they want to talk about, we're gonna keep this short so Akuma can get some sleep. That's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. Really, really appreciate it. Another good session. We will pick up with their encounter with presumably Maud. Presumably, I don't want to say for certain, but yes, it's Maud. They're gonna encounter Maud next week, next Monday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, in the chat, you can check all the links below. You can find our Discord, our YouTube channel, our Twitter account. Follow us on all those things. Catch up on the show. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We really, really appreciate it. We will see you next Monday. Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you guys.
Hasta luego.
Hasta la vista.
Peaches.
Bye.